This ain't your ordinary media.
Also got a whale out of handcuff lightning, throw thunder in jail.
If you look this way, you realize that the only thing that matters, and that's your mother, that's your family, that's love.
This platform is for creatives on the clock grinding.
You know, stay loyal to your creativity because it's a gift.
Art is within us entirely. You know, instead of it just being about one kind of genre, I never kind of let a cap be put over my creativity.
Entrepreneurs building empires in the dark.
But without a game plan and without a strong sense of faith in what you're doing, it's gonna be real hard to accomplish anything.
Simply put, this stage is for everybody getting to the bag.
You know, when kids have dreams, hopefully adults can give them an outlet to possibly make that dream become reality.
By any means necessary.
By any means necessary.
My homies call me Chief, and this is the E1T1 podcast. This episode is sponsored by the Fashion Library, located at 4918 Snyder Avenue, Brooklyn, New York. Fashion Library is where all the drip come from, you feel me? So on podcast day, after I get the fresh haircut, I call Jay, I call Mac and say I'm pulling up. And I go there and pick out the flyest outfit. Once again, Fashion Library sponsor this week. Peace.
Yes,
we back. We back.
Good to be back.
Yeah.
So
Gentlemen,
good.
episode 20. Hold up.
Episode, it's a whole dub.
20.
Dubski.
Episode 20. Listen, man. Cheers. Cheers, gentlemen. Cheers. Episode 20.
More like a W.
Episode 20. Milestone.
More like a W.
Another milestone. Want to shout out by saying thank you to everybody that tuned in. Everybody that continues to support us along this journey, we appreciate it. You will never, ever go unappreciated. Real talk. Shout out to all the, you know what I mean, the E1T1 supporters across the board.
Shout out to the subscribers. You know what I mean? I seen the list. We got the new subscribers. All of
Shout
that.
out all
300.
the followers.
Thank y'all.
300.
Shout out the followers. Shout out all the views, man. Shout out the shares, the likes, the comments.
Support, man.
Everything, man.
Any
Yeah.
support. If
Any
you shared
support,
it, whatever
yeah.
you did, like shout out
Just
to
know
you,
if
man.
you
Whether
support
we saw
it
or
and
not.
I seen it, and just know I
Just
appreciate
know.
you.
Yeah,
Just know.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we
Absolutely.
I'm only acknowledging the people that support and share and like and do anything else. I'm not even acknowledging.
I mean, hey,
we
listen.
don't do that.
Listen.
Nah, shouts out to the haters too, man. It's free promotion, baby.
But
Nah.
Promotion.
All
Shout
right,
out
let's
to the
get busy.
haters. Stop
Let's
playing,
get
man.
busy. Let's get
Stop
busy.
playing.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Each One Teach One podcast, episode 20. I am your host, Chief. Yes, sir. And across the table, as usual, on my right, go ahead, man. Introduce yourself.
Look, it's Hot Rod, man. I'm with all the conversations, no matter what we talking about, man. I'm not holding back.
And to
No
Hot
freaky.
Rod's right? Am I saying it? Yeah, to
yeah.
Hot Rod's right.
Yeah.
And on my
No
left,
freaky.
you know, the person that brought the drinks, Mr. Well-Made Choice himself is in the
One
building.
and only well-made choice in the building. As you can see, the drinks is back.
It's back.
and I got some
Drinks
new
is back.
shit
It's
on
back.
deck.
It's
You
out.
feel me?
And on my left is, you know who it is. It's Mr. Trap Therapy, but I'll let the man talk for the
AKA
people.
Trap Samuel.
Yo, you gotta chill out with that. But
chill
yo,
out.
it's your boy
AKA.
Trap. You know what I mean? I'm here with everything this week. Episode 20 is a milestone. I'm here for all the shit. If you got a problem, meet me in the comments
In
or
the
wherever.
comments.
It don't even
Meet me in
matter.
the comments.
Nah, I mean, you already know 6 man of the year. I'm
Absolutely.
here. You know
Six
what I
man
mean?
about to get into the starting
Yeah,
lineup.
you in the starting
Real
lineup
talk.
now. Fuck
Real
that.
talk.
Six
Also, today is an important day, not just because it's episode 20, but it's also Juneteenth.
Oh, yes.
Juneteenth.
Cheers to
Cups
that.
up. Juneteenth. Happy Juneteenth, everybody.
Happy
Yes,
Juneteenth.
yes.
Happy
Feel me?
Juneteenth.
Also, today, Juneteenth was made a federal holiday. You feel me? So shout out to that. Shout out to that. Hold on, before
When did that change?
okay, before we go
When did that
crazy,
change?
before we go crazy,
They threw us a
it's
bone.
okay.
You feel me?
I like that.
Bro,
that.
what's
So Hot
good?
Rod, how you been, man? Since the last time we recorded, how you been?
I've been good, man. You know what I mean? I took a little vacation. It was good for my mental health. You know what I mean? I went 6 years of just working. Well, more than 6 years of just working. So it was good. That was good. Got me a little tan, got my mind right and stuff like that. So I've been good, man. I gotta shed the weight though.
Happy
Yeah, I gotta shed
hustle
the
weight. That's hustle weight.
Nah, that's just eating bad, man. I gotta keep it a buck. I've been eating bad before I went out there. So I gotta find a way to hit the gym with the new job that I have and stuff like that. But besides that, I'm good, man. You know what I mean? I'm having fun. I'm staying healthy.
Yes, sir. Choice, how you been, brother?
I've been great, man. I got a new job.
Hey.
So shout out to that. As like I said before, the drinks is back on deck.
The drinks is back on deck.
The mixtape is almost done.
Okay.
Almost done.
Okay.
Actually, hold on. Scratch that. 2 mixtapes is almost done.
I got 2 mixtapes.
He wildin'.
Real quick, shout out to the Brotherhood. Shout out to BACG. Project is coming out ASAP. No Rocky, you feel me?
Real quick, I'm mad at
Being
you too,
tuned.
man.
What I
Like,
do,
cause
bro.
you should put out more music. I'm trying to hear a freestyle every month.
Hey.
I never got to tell you that. You know what I mean? I just want to get that
Keep
off
going.
my chest.
Keep going.
Just
All right.
saying.
Trap, man, how you
Just
been,
saying.
man?
What's
Talk to
good,
the
bro?
people.
I've been good, man, since the last time we recorded. You know, I'm just excited to finally be back in here.
Yeah,
but
me
other
too.
than that, I've been good. You know what I mean? Had a little time off for Memorial Day.
Healthy.
Took a few days off, relax. You know, so I'm just glad to be back. Actually,
Hell
Back
yeah.
Yeah, it feels good to be
it.
back in the studio. I'm not gonna front.
Same. Self-care is important. You
Yeah,
feel
it
me?
definitely is.
Like we out here moving through traffic. It's busy. We working. We trying to provide. We being the leaders in our households, the
a lot of
leaders in
stuff.
our relationships. And like we never really get time to just like chill. But this is the time. You feel me? Like a lot of people think this podcast shit easy. Like this is a job. You feel me? Like it's work.
It's work.
Like it's real work.
A part of it is work. Yeah.
We make it look fun, but it's not fun. It's stressful. We got to come up with topics and we got to understand our power and being the voice.
Yeah, it comes with responsibility.
Comes with responsibility.
Yeah.
You know, we've been having fun for a while, but now it's time to like I really want to go back to each one teach one. You feel me? Like we gotta teach. People want to learn. And as we learning from each other and learning from the world, we gotta put that energy back.
Yeah.
You feel me? So it's good to see y'all. I appreciate y'all. Happy y'all in the building. Right now we at Metro. We at a new studio today, so salute to
shout
Metro.
out to Metro real quick.
Holding it down, letting us
booming.
letting us come
No
through.
PCS.
Letting us come through.
No shade.
To record. We appreciate that. Keeping the marathon going. And now we got to get busy. You know, we got to get busy. If you've watched any episode of the Each One Teach One podcast, you know we start with social justice, right? And it's been something that's been weighing heavy on my heart recently, right? So a 6-year-old boy was shot in the arm by an angry neighbor in Detroit. His name is Kobe. You know, it's Kobe, salute. Please, if you have a GoFundMe, if someone can find Kobe's GoFundMe, please send it to the Each One Teach One podcast so we could donate. Because when George Zimmerman killed Trayvon Martin, the next day he had a GoFundMe with over 100 racks.
That's what we fucked up at. Too.
Over 100. We'll get there.
That's what we fucked
We'll
up
get there.
at.
You know, we recording, right? So Kobe, you know, he's young. He's a boy. He was on the news, and the shit broke my heart because he could have died. He don't even understand it, right? So it happened in Michigan. The shooter was his neighbor, and the shooter, I'm not gonna say his name. I'm not gonna give him that. You know, I'm not gonna give him that. He don't deserve his name to be mentioned on our platform. But he was released on $10K bond. $10K bond. If you know anything about that, right?
What
So
does he look like?
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to ask that question. Like, what does he look like?
I believe he's of Asian descent.
Okay.
Yeah, his name is. I'll
curious.
say his name.
Nah, you might as well.
You feel me? Let me look for it. He was released on Ryan. Yeah, his name is Ryan. I can't pronounce his last name.
Okay.
Right?
That's cool.
He was released on $10K bond, and then with the outrage, he was picked up again, right? But in what world, right? Can you shoot somebody, right? A baby, and go home the same day?
In our world, because our world consists of hate
Go ahead.
towards black people.
Go ahead. Speak
Straight
it,
up.
bro.
Like,
Speak it.
That's the world we live in, and it's
Speak
like,
it.
and we mentioned that he's of Asian descent, right?
Possibly, yeah.
Possibly, allegedly, and we talk about let's stop the Asian hate. Let's do that. Where's the outcry for us?
I
from
mean,
them?
yeah.
I haven't seen that one Asian or anybody of that descent have an outcry.
Empathize for that
At
little
all.
boy. Me
At
neither.
all. And if there is, show me. Show me, tag the person so I
Yeah.
can salute that
Comment,
person. But
comment.
let me know because I
wrong
haven't
is
seen
wrong.
that. I haven't seen it.
Wrong is wrong. You feel me? The little boy 6, his father was on the news like he don't even understand. You know what I mean? Like you just got shot. And the reason he got shot, right? He left his bike in the neighbor's yard.
Okay.
Black children are the most unprotected people.
Go ahead.
On the
Black
planet.
people.
Next
No,
to
black people,
next to
but
black
ahead,
women.
go ahead.
but
Track.
other than that, but you know how they always say black women? It's actually black children.
Mm-hmm.
Black children are the most unprotected and most vulnerable because you got adults that play around with sex and then they create them, and then now you got between the Trayvon Martin and Mike Brown and all of these killings and nothing happens. It's like I hear people all day talk about, oh, if anything happened to my children and blah blah blah, nothing happens. You see, the thing is, we tough with each other. Now, if it was a black person doing that, definitely something would have happened.
That's a fact.
But when it come to anybody else,
that's a fact.
We pussy, bro.
That's a fact.
Nobody suffers consequences, and that's why it keeps happening. But with us, any little thing, boom.
Step on my sneakers, I'm ready to kill.
So, like, that shit is
they murdering your kids, and nothing happens.
Nothing.
This is why when I say
police, regular people know nothing. Black people, when it comes to anybody else, they get away with it, and that's why it keeps happening. But let it been anybody else that looked like them.
It would have been on site.
Absolutely.
On site. And
don't get me wrong, that would have been justified. But what I'm saying is, where is it for everybody else?
Keep that same energy for everybody else.
They don't keep the same energy.
That's why when I talk about like stuff like this, and I talk about an eye for an eye, violence and stuff like that, like you can't fight these people with peace, bro. You can't fight. They don't respect this.
Malcolm X said it. You feel me? And we're not talking about one specific demographic. Like, as a black man in this country, and it's not like a oppression, competition between us and our women. But as black people in this country, there is no consequence for anything done to us.
Of course not. Nope.
And they want to take slavery. And they want to take slavery out of the textbooks and all that shit, right?
It's dragged out. Whatever consequence.
Slavery still exists. Slavery still exists. It's just
in a different form.
Yeah, it's just in a different
like,
form.
Yo, give them a settlement. That's it. Give them a settlement.
That's what they do. They give us money.
They'll be all right.
They kill our children and nothing happens. But yet every black person swear, oh, they do something to mine, I'm gonna do this. I just be like,
that is yours.
We gotta do
Kobe
something.
is ours.
We gotta do something about it.
And
bro.
where the celebrity outcry? Where Rihanna at? Because Rihanna was at the Stop Asian Hate Parade, right?
Listen.
I didn't see Rihanna post about this young man. Listen, we ain't about like killing other people, other races, or we want war. None of that bullshit.
That's debatable.
But listen,
I'm calling a spade a spade.
Exactly. Bro. Like Troy say, call a spade a spade. Like
bro,
black people don't have anything to protect us. We still don't have the George Floyd bill signed yet.
We don't even have an anti-lynching bill.
Yeah,
go ahead.
That shit is still happening.
Still happening.
But they gave us Juneteenth.
They gave us
gaslighting,
Juneteenth.
Bro. Gaslighting. That's what that is. I'ma celebrate it. I'ma always celebrate it, but I'm not dumb. Like, we know what's going on here. Yeah. But again, I say this shit. We say this shit all the time. We do not have anything to fall back on. So that's what they're gonna keep killing us because we spend the most money on bullshit, right? So they're gonna always get the money from the black community. But listen, there's a Chinatown there's a little Italy.
Yo,
every state in the United States of America, right?
I'm glad you're bringing this up.
What that means is you cannot affect me. I have my own town, my own community. If I lose my job, guess what? Choice could hire me. Hot Rod could hire me. Trap could hire me. Where is the black town? Where are the black banks? Where are the black hospitals?
There are black banks though. There's plenty of black banks.
But it's not confined in a community like
it's
like
just
a
Black
Chinatown or Little
banks.
Italy.
That's not true, son. There's a black bank in Queens on Merrick Ave.
Do you bank there?
I don't bank there.
So,
but we're not talking about that. We talking
part
about
of the problem.
You guys said where are the black banks?
It's not enough.
That's the question.
It's not enough.
It's not enough. But
there's more black people in this fucking country, right?
Mm-hmm.
Am I lying? Am I not accurate?
No, go ahead.
But there's not enough. But there's not enough black banks. Every corner I go to, there's a Chase. Mm-hmm. Every corner I go to is a Bank of America. Mm-hmm. For me to go to a black bank in Brooklyn, I gotta travel to Hot Rod Hood in Queens.
Yeah, that's true.
Nah, there's some black banks in. I'm pretty sure there's some in Brooklyn and stuff like that. Like there's black banks, bro.
They just black owned. They not.
They're not. It's a difference between black banks and just being black owned.
Yeah.
Because
what's the difference? Please tell me what's the difference.
What I'm saying.
No, because I can purchase a Chase Bank space and I can own that Chase Bank.
No. I mean like not a Chase. There's other banks with different names that's a black owned bank. What's the difference between black owned and a black bank?
What I'm saying is the funding of it is not, if it's not a black person, is it really black owned? That's what I'm saying. They might hire black people to be the face of it and all of that, but
that's what I don't know. I don't know that.
So then take banks out, right?
Mm-hmm.
To build a black town, we need everything, right? How about hospitals?
Schools. Before we get there, right? Before we get there, right? Before we get to any of that good stuff, which I get it.
Building a black nation.
No, you need respect. Niggas don't respect
That's
us.
true.
We're not respected.
We don't respect each other.
There you go.
All right, cool. But that comes.
So that's the first part.
So we
Then-
gotta start
then the
there.
other part is-
Before we get to anything,
Then
it's
you got to
respect.
deal with the respect between men and women. That's another fight
In
within
the black
itself.
community.
So that's what we gotta get to.
So where do we start?
We gotta
That's
start,
the question.
man.
Where do we start? Do we start
We gotta
with
start within
shit like
ourselves.
this?
We gotta start within ourselves.
Bringing it to the
first.
forefront.
Because
And having those tough
I think a
conversations.
community, because obviously a community involves people, but the people have to learn how to get together,
And we also gotta have
work
the
together,
same
and stick
goals.
together. Yes.
We gotta. That's another thing too. That's the whole purpose of a community. What are our common unity that we want out of everything? That's
You gotta
another
wake
thing.
people up first.
But
Imagine trying to have that
too-
conversation.
No. You absolutely
Go
right.
have that
absolutely
conversation.
right.
Listen,
You're
you're absolutely
right.
right. But here's the other thing too. A lot of people just don't want to be woken too. That's another thing.
So
Yeah,
how
people
the hell
want-
we
people
gonna
wanna
do
stay
this
safe.
then? You see
So-
what I'm saying? Like,
That's
I'm
what
not
saying.
against it. I'm just
Talk
being
about it.
realistic.
Keep bringing that
really,
shit
you gotta
up.
Be
Yeah. Like-
realistic. No, I agree with you.
Like you gonna get
We
called
have to
names,
start
yo, you
somewhere.
Malcolm X now.
Of
You know
course.
what I mean?
Okay.
I get
Like
called
we,
that all the time.
bro, we get clowned for like simple stuff. Like, oh, this
Simple
nigga
And guess
got,
what?
This
You
nigga
know
got
what?
a book.
Nah, but
Oh,
you
you
know
got
what?
a
But
book.
you know
Yeah.
what?
This nigga think he's smart.
now.
Oh, you got an umbrella?
But you know,
You got
right
an
now
umbrella.
we
This
doing the
nigga got
same
an
thing.
umbrella.
We doing the same thing though.
We are.
What you
Right
mean?
now,
And
What are we
gotta
doing?
We're
have-
doing the same thing. We making fun of the people who make fun of us
That's
for
not
wanting
true.
to be conscious
That's
and
not true.
righteous
Right.
and
That's not
protect
true.
our people.
That's not true.
That's what we
We're
doing
not
right
making fun
now.
of them.
Fuck
We're not.
what
We're
they
not.
doing. Let's focus on what we doing.
Nah.
What we doing. Let's be the leaders.
We telling the truth. This is the
Yeah.
truth. That's the facts. That's
one
the
of the things
facts.
that we gotta
That's what
get
I'm talking
past.
about.
That's what people do.
It's
That's
cool.
That comes with it. So it's not we're not joking on
So
them.
let's be
We're
the
talking about
leaders.
the
Comes
truth.
with it.
Cause right
Just
now,
being here, we being leaders, bro.
exactly.
So,
and putting the message out
past
there.
that.
Because right now there's a 6-year-old named Kobe that still didn't get justice. Still.
Because we
And he
don't
didn't
have
die.
respect.
And
He
he doesn't-
didn't
and
die.
he doesn't
Thank
understand
God,
yet.
right?
He doesn't-
What is
He's
his
a
parents
baby.
doing?
He's a baby.
And
What is his parents doing?
I mean, we gonna see.
I always
So-
say that about every time I see.
Are you gonna jump out the window for somebody named parents is not doing nothing?
I
Honestly,
can't say their parents ain't doing nothing.
What are their parents doing? What,
We have to wait and see.
How
It's
long is
the-
it? How long
we
has it
in-
been?
We in Brooklyn. They in Detroit.
Yeah.
The news is gonna keep it off the news because they don't want us woke. I'm getting most of my journalism from fucking social media.
Yeah,
Right.
of course.
The Shade Room. That's where I got this shit from.
Yeah.
And that shit was sickening. My girl sent this to me.
If it was black people, it would have been. They would have been rolled on like that.
Can't turn
Like I
on
said,
turn the
we
news
only
on when it's not a
tough-
black person killing a black person.
I
It's
don't even
everywhere.
watch the news.
everywhere.
It's
We tough
everywhere. But
on
this
each
shit not
other.
being reported.
We
course.
And I
tough
like
on
what
each
Trap
other.
said too. We tough on each
We
other.
not tough. Anybody else could do what they want. To
Who
us,
controls
and
the
then that's
media?
Come on, man. We know who controls the
Who-
media.
So what are we talking about? Like, it's not. Of course, it's not gonna get covered, bro. Those who control images control minds, bro. That's it. Point blank. Period. So
And again,
we
this
got a
happened
lot of
in
problems
in another state.
Right.
Too, but I'm gonna keep checking on this shit. I'm gonna keep checking on it, man. For real. I want to donate money to that GoFundMe for that young man because whenever the racists kill us or shoot us, they get bailed out the next day. They GoFundMe. They rich.
Yeah.
They become thousandaires overnight. George Zimmerman was a celebrity.
He has support. We don't support each other.
Again, this is why we're having this conversation.
He has support.
We need to find that young man. He's a minor, so his full name's not out there in the public. Kobe, that's it. I couldn't find his last name nowhere. He's a minor. You know how that go, right? But he needs a GoFundMe. I can't start it, and I want the GoFundMe to come from his parents.
I'm about to say, don't it usually come from them? Like the parents or the
yeah, but
person?
sometimes people, there's some evil motherfuckers in this world. You'll donate money to a fake GoFundMe account. You never know. So if you watching, Kobe, you're in our prayers. You're a soldier, young king. You're a soldier, and we here. That's it. We here.
We here
With
today.
whatever. With whatever. We are here. You got people in Brooklyn praying for you, talking about you, and ready to donate to you. You feel me? You're a great young kid. Keep being great. You're in our prayers. Anybody else want to say something?
No, that's
We
not-
here.
Yeah, we covered it.
We here. Right? But now I got to ask this question. If Kobe's name was Tim, would a black shooter have gotten 10K bail?
No, he would have gotten 10,000 years jail time.
So that
I
means
mean,
there's
not
a
being
problem
funny,
in
but
the
but seriously,
judicial
though.
system as well.
Yeah, of course.
Right?
It is.
That we always talk about it, right?
Yeah.
It's not. It's just not fair. It's not fair. How you went home the same day?
Same day.
And if Kobe's dad,
He's not black.
And he only went back because it was such a social outcry. Like, what the fuck? Like, what's going on?
son, women and kids are off limits, bro.
You say this every
But
episode.
Hot
bro.
Rod
They're
was
not.
right.
They're
Black
not.
They're
children-
not.
They're
black
really not,
children are
bro.
the most
Like,
unprotected.
Nowadays,
I just saw. I
nowadays
just sent
is no
something in a
holds
group
barred,
chat.
bro.
There's a woman that got shot, bro. Like, and then Kobe's getting shot. You feel me? Like little kids all over Instagram
Niggas
is
ain't got
going to
no
jail because
rules,
of
bro.
Karens. Like we cannot, I'm gonna say this all the time, but you cannot fight these people with peace. You can't. You can't fight the devil with peace, bro. They shooting you and you trying to, like, that's some religion shit. Like, you know what I mean? Turn the other cheek. I've never been with that since third grade.
The bond, bro. Religion got our people in the bond. That's what they brought.
That's wild crazy to me, bro.
Religion got us forgiving our enemy and turning the other cheek. They murdering your children.
Well, not me. I'm Haitian, man.
And
you know what I mean? I'm Haitian. We
we
did what we had to do. You heard?
Yeah.
We did what we had to
1804,
do.
first free nation.
It's in
you
the
know
blood.
what I mean?
And it wasn't just Haitians. It was Africans fighting with us too. It was Jamaicans.
It was, yep.
You know what I mean? It was
yep.
other.
It was the Caribbean.
It was some Spanish
the
people
slaves.
too. I'm sure.
It was the slaves, bro.
You know what I mean? So I'm not just gonna say it was just Haitians.
The
you know what I mean?
uprising.
But it's something about the African Americans that we don't have that same mindset. Like, we get scared when times come the most. When we have to come together, we don't do it unless
Damn, I
it's
feel like we talk about this shit
every day.
That's why I'm
bro.
just so quiet. It's depressing, bro.
Damn.
That shit depressing.
Unity, man. Unity is the way. And we here. You feel me? We here. Like, let's lighten up the mood a little bit and talk about some great things happening, some black excellence, right? So I was on the phone with Hot Rod and he told me about Dunker's Delight.
Yeah,
and Wingate Park,
Wingate
right?
tournament,
You could elaborate more on that and how it's coming back now.
Yeah, so it's crazy. I was supposed to be there, but I'm here. You know what I mean? Dunker's Delight. They got a tournament. You know what I mean? Big basketball tournament. I used to go to it all the time. It's been around forever. But then there was a shooting that happened. I don't know how long ago.
Oh, on Wingate?
Yeah.
Oh, we used to go there all the time with Pat and
exactly.
Yeah.
And there was a shooting that happened. So, you know, police, I think it's 71st precinct over there. I forgot which precinct. It's 71st. Yeah, I think it's 71st. So they shut it down and it's finally back. You know what I mean? I was on my live and stuff like that. So if anybody's from that side, shouts out to Dunker's Delight and stuff like that. A lot of people have to fight to get that tournament back. It's a positive thing in the community. You know what I mean? When basketball season is done,
shooting though. That's
the
thing.
You're right.
Because you know
right.
what those too?
You're right.
A lot of niggas be having that stupid ass beef over there, so then that's where everybody go. Then you see niggas you got beef with.
Nah, it's not even that, bro. Because we don't know who is shooting. You feel it could be somebody from another neighborhood that
that's
came.
the whole point.
You don't know. You feel me? But
that's what I'm saying.
I'm agreeing with you though. It has to stop.
Man, we can never have no fun, bro.
Bro, I used to go all the time. Basketball season would be done, and I would continue watching basketball at Wingate Park.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At the time, I was smoking. You know, you could smoke
there,
drink.
It was lit.
And they got the benches, and it's just you watching basketball, bro.
atmosphere.
You watching
It's
basketball.
nice.
Niggas
Never
getting
go wrong with
dunked
that.
on.
You
It's
can
a
never
good
go wrong with
time.
that.
It's a good time, bro. It's a good
But
time.
it's coming back now after a long time,
it's going on right. Yeah,
Oh.
it's going on right now. It's
Dope,
going on right
dope.
now. They
Okay.
got
So-
little kids, you know what I mean? Then they got grown-ups playing and stuff like that. It's going on right now.
Amazing.
The benches is full right now.
Amazing,
I
amazing.
can't wait to get back out
Positivity.
there.
You know what I mean?
That's
Positivity.
positive. That's definitely positive.
In the
That's
neighborhood.
The start,
Just gotta
bro.
keep it
You just gotta
positive.
start and keep it positive, man. Like niggas just gotta stop all that foolishness, bro.
Yeah.
Real talk.
It's
I
possible,
get it.
bro.
COVID
It's
had
possible.
niggas on lockdown, so you know this summer niggas gonna act up.
Not an excuse to act up.
But it's
though,
not.
bro.
No, it's not an excuse. I'm not saying it's an
Niggas
excuse.
don't even need an excuse to
Niggas-
act
That's
up.
what it is.
Yeah.
Niggas, it's not. I'm not giving it an excuse, but it does do something with your mental though a little bit being locked in. You know, and plus for the people that already don't know how to act, now they're even more anxious to go outside and act up. So
That's why,
it's
you know,
like,
those people wouldn't, I hate to say this,
Yeah.
but they wouldn't last in jail.
Yeah, but
You can tell they wouldn't last in jail.
Some of them wouldn't last at all.
Would not last in jail.
but yeah, man.
You gotta be mentally strong. It's not easy.
But there's been like, this is crazy. I can't speak for Harlem. I want your take on Harlem, but there's been like a rise in violence. Like my son posted something today and was like, literally like, stop killing like each other type shit, bro. Like it was a shooting, I believe. Like there was a
talking about specifically Harlem?
Oh yeah. There was
that Harlem?
Are we talking about
There
Harlem?
was a kid who got shot, and I don't think he was like, I think it was a straight bullet. Like he wasn't the target. But
In
the
Harlem?
kid, in Harlem, it was on the east side, and he died that night. And one of my neighbors, she said that she used to like coach him, like over the years and shit. And when she heard the news, like it just fucked her up, OD. And it's like, damn, like when shit hit home like that, it's like, bruh, why are we still shooting kids? Why are we still shooting women? Why are we still having violence? Period, bro. Like this shit has
if you
to
gonna
stop.
have your gun, hold it down and use it when necessary.
Yo, you know what's crazy? Last night, it was so refreshing. But I seen young teens, right? I guess they was just like slap boxing or whatever, but niggas brought out gloves. And they was like, yo, Let's shoot the hands. Let's shoot the fair one just to see
Shake
what
hands
niggas hands
after.
at.
Best
You know what I'm
man
saying?
win,
Yeah,
go
like,
your way.
Yeah, but,
I like
it was
that.
fun. It wasn't no beef. It was just let's bring the gloves out. Let's test these hands. Let's get them shits up.
happy
And it's
you brought
like,
that
yo,
up.
I like
more
that.
Happy
people
you
should
brought
do
that
that because I feel like niggas with guns just scared to fight. They scared to lose, bro.
Here's the funny thing.
If that's what it's gonna be, basically, if it has to get to I gotta pull up in and come check you, let us fight. Let's not shoot. Let's not bring knives. Let's not bring no weapons. See my shits. We gonna smoke, dap it up, and chill later after that.
Yeah, I'm gonna put the pack in the air after I fuck you up.
Yeah,
You
like,
fuck
that's
me
it.
up,
Like,
put the pack
I'm
in
not
the
gonna
air.
front. If I get beat up, we gonna have to fight.
Listen, listen.
You want I am. Niggas just scared to lose, bro.
You gotta fight him.
I was.
That's hot rod.
I was.
So like
You got to
obviously,
fight a couple
Hot rod with
times.
obviously, right? We talk about
I can't fuck with Hot Rod. Every time I gotta be on point, even when I go to the store.
You gotta get
Or
the
the
best.
studio.
Wait a minute.
The
Is it
7-game
on
series or
site?
something.
Hey,
We not
listen.
doing that.
If I
Listen,
lose that first one,
Listen, so we talk about
I'm
right?
coming
we,
back.
Like we talk about like building like a black community, right? So we're not saying in that community we're gonna be like holding hands and dancing all the time.
course.
People gonna
It's impossible.
disagree. It's impossible because even in the people that have communities now, I'm sure there's people that don't agree all the time, right? So again, right? As like men, as like men in general, black men, right? You know, we take pride in being the leader of the household, right? And protecting our household, protecting our women, protecting our kids, right? So I'm not with the whole you don't need guns, but if you could get your gun legally, of course, I doing shit the right way to protect your house,
I'm
get
all
it, right?
for having guns.
Yeah.
Everybody should have. If you, especially in this day and age, if wherever you live and you could get one legally,
Get
you
it.
should
Nah,
get
but
one,
there should
and
be
you should know how to shoot.
like guidelines before having
Absolutely. There is. There's a
I
big
think-
screening
hold on,
process.
Nah,
Before
well,
we
in
even-
Texas there isn't.
No,
Before we
you
get
have
to
to
guns,
be
like
law.
it's
First
some
states
shit
where
we
you
gotta
don't
do
need-
before
in
we
New
get
York,
to guns.
it's hard to get. First of all,
Before we
to
get to
one
guns,
legally.
though, like before we even take it there, like first of all, we gotta toughen up the new generation. Remember when we was growing up, there was stuff to toughen you
That's
up.
what I'm saying. Like, yeah, slap
boxing is one of them.
Oh yeah, we used to stay
right?
doing
The
that.
punch buggy.
Mhm.
When the last time you gave
corners?
corners?
Corners.
Yeah, they
Corners.
don't do that no more.
What? So when the
Yeah.
last time you played corners,
Or
bro?
punch buggy.
It's all Fortnite and Modern Warfare.
Like, that's
type shit
whack.
now,
You're
video
right,
game.
you're
The
right.
You know what I
kids,
mean?
the way
Punch
we
buggy,
grew up,
birthday punches. When the last time you gave somebody birthday punches, bro?
I think
I
I
still
think
do
I
that.
was.
Son,
like
before I went to
25.
high school, bro, before I went to high school, like me, Pat, E-Dot, whatever, like the older guys that was around us, fixed us. They beat us up, bro, to
Yeah.
get you ready. Like, look, y'all going to high school now. Y'all gonna be fighting bigger people. You know what I mean? It's not gonna be small people anymore. You got. I had bruises on my arm, all crazy type shit, lying to my
Fighting.
mom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
straight
it,
fight.
though.
Yeah, straight
Fighting.
fighting. The
Fighting.
kids these days,
We
a
got
little,
an issue,
little
we
soft.
fight.
They go straight to
Yeah.
guns. It's sensitive.
That's
and then
that's
they
the
can't shoot.
problem.
They like.
it's babies killing babies. Babies
Over
killing babies,
nothing.
man.
Over nothing.
Over nothing.
Over nothing.
Yeah,
So
the
we got
wrong lyric.
bring back corners, bring back punch buggy,
Bring back big homies.
bring back open chess. Yeah, I remember open chess.
yeah.
That was a crazy
Open
game. I never
chess.
liked that game.
Oh,
No, not open
neck,
neck.
no, open
Open
chest.
chess.
Punch
Oh,
right in
they
your
was still
chest.
Open chess was crazy.
Open neck too. Open neck too.
Open. Yeah, open. I never liked that.
But
game.
what's all that gonna do? We bring all that back.
It's
You
better
hit
than
somebody-
shooting.
You hit somebody.
It's better than shooting.
You hit somebody the wrong way. They want to shoot you anyway. Now.
Nah, but I'm saying
Like,
like bring back fighting.
bring
That's what I'm
back.
saying.
Bring back.
Let's
I'd rather
normalize
that.
fighting.
Bring back a leader in the community, a voice in the
Yeah.
community first, right?
That speaks our
We
language.
can add all the playful shit and stuff like that. Like, yo, it's your birthday, take these punches, man up, toughen up, right? But bring back like somebody in the neighborhood that you could look up to that isn't a negative person.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like,
Make sure you-
listen, when I was younger,
We gotta
I
beat
looked
those
up.
people, bro.
We do, right? But I'm gonna give you a perfect example of like why you should never like judge a book by its cover, right? On my block, one of the most influential people,
was
right,
good.
was a gang member.
Yeah.
You know what he used to tell me? Yo, go to school, man. Go to school,
That's what OGs do.
Yeah.
They-
right?
they know
Gang
you.
member.
OG is supposed to
Big-
tell you right from wrong.
Mhm.
Go to school, yo. When I coming home from school or whatever, you could tell when your energy's off. You know what I mean? My shirt ripped up. I got jumped. Like, he'd be like, yo, come here, man. You good? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. You know, the fake 13-year-old tough guy, that's Superman and shit, man. He's like, yo, come here, man. Yo, what happened? You got into a fight at school? I was like, yo, they jumped me. I'm going to kill them niggas. He's like, man, shut up. You ain't going to kill nobody. Brush it off. Brush it off. Go back. Ask for a fair one. If it gets out of hand, leave it alone. That's it. And I'm like, yo, but you Superman. Like, you gangster. You supposed to be like, bang, bang, shoot.
Yeah.
But he did that. And it got him in jail. And it got him having that conversation with me.
He was putting you on the game.
That's why I really like Wallow.
Yeah.
Wallow 267.
Wallow did 20 years to learn
20
that, though.
years, right? From the Gilly $1 million worth of game podcast, right? I like that, man, because he's like, yo, listen, before you
I used to love his videos when he first came out.
Yeah.
Always running.
Always running. Mad
running.
energy.
Be like, yo,
Mad energy.
We need
I
more.
like that.
We need more Wallows. I'm happy that he's winning in life. They got a deal. They got a podcast. They a voice because his voice is important.
It is.
It's important. This man did 20
where
years
he
in
coming
jail.
From is especially important, especially where he coming from.
Yeah, because he been there.
So
been there.
I
20
like that.
years in jail, bro. 20. His life was over. Now, but he has a new life now.
Yeah.
Podcasting, met his woman, and now he's got a new lease on life. But I like they show, and I wish that the young generation would watch it because he's like, yo, dog, what you doing? On every episode, and he's they're interviewing him and Gilly, the rappers too, and telling them like, yo.
But they interview young rappers though, so I'm pretty sure a lot of people watch it. You know what I mean? Pooh Shiesties and
Yeah.
Other World and shit like that.
And
Yeah.
I
People
feel
watch
like
it.
I really respect what Wallow's doing because they have fun, but he's also a voice. You know, that's what I want us to be.
He has
like,
experience.
Yeah, voices.
He has a lot
We
of
ain't do 20
experience.
years in jail, but we ain't no fucking innocent bystanders either. We're not going to incriminate ourselves.
You ain't got to do 20 years in jail, bro.
Yeah,
you know people. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm
Like,
saying? Like, we've been around the block. It's not our first rodeo. You know
My
what I
brother
mean?
told me one time, son, one of the guys on the block, he was telling him, he was like, yo, man, you see them guys on the corner, man? They gonna be here like 10 years, man.
Yes.
You don't want to be like them guys, man. Find a way out type shit. Feel me? And this is, you know what I mean?
But the guy who told him that was one of the guys on the corner.
Yeah,
See,
gang
but
member,
he's
but he been around the
influential.
block.
He's
He been
a
around, like, yo,
voice.
don't, you know what I
Yo,
mean?
the
Don't,
block
you don't
will
want to be like
always
those
be
guys.
here.
The block will always be
the-
here. Those
the
guys
kids
will
right
always
now-
be in that
The
corner.
block gentrified now. Ain't no more block.
Yeah, the block is
It's
gentrified now.
Hey, listen,
The
but
block is
It
definitely
is. It's
gentrified now.
Ain't no more block.
That shit gentrified like a mother.
But the shootings still happen, gentrified or not.
Yeah.
It's still happening.
It's
the
the
gun
music.
violence is it's the music,
the
right?
music.
It's the music, and I'm happy you said that.
the music.
One of my favorite rappers right now
Mm-hmm.
is Lil Durk, right? It's one of my favorite rappers right now.
Fucking trash.
All his music,
Yo.
all his music, right, is literally about killing or making fun of people who have died, right? And that energy can't leave him. King Von, rest in peace. His brother recently passed. Rest in peace. So I got a phone call from one of my homies, right? My homie NY and he's like, yo, bro, you really like this Durk dude, right? I'm like, yeah, I really like his music, man, but his music, right? Because we all know what we do for the community. And then he was just like, yo, man, if you would talk to that, I wish you could talk to him, right? Like, really talk to him. And why? It's like, because you the big homie, right? So, yo, I like your music, dog, and I know we like, yo, don't rap it if you don't do it, but, yo, bro, your city's on fire. If I could talk to Lil Durk and salute to NY and Ma, I'd be like, yo, dog, Chicago's on fire. It's on fire,
on
bro.
fire.
Police officers are afraid to go to your neighborhood. So who's protecting you? Who's protecting y'all, even though that's what they paid to do? Right? I would be like, yo, dog, you making money. You made it out, bro. I love your music, right? But keep the names of the dead people out. Because that shit coming back to you. You feel me? What about
and now other new artists are starting to make songs like that now, doing that.
Yeah,
too.
that even in New York they doing that, bro.
Everybody doing that now.
They started that.
And they started, right? Hold on. But then, like G Herbo, also from Chicago,
he can rap too.
Bought a school.
He can rap.
He bought a school,
Did
right?
he really?
Yeah, he spoke about that on $1 million worth of game. He's like, yo, I
gotta watch
invested in
that.
a school. You know what I mean? To help the kids go to school. Like, when you got that money, like, make your music, bro, but cool.
You gotta give back, bro.
I'm surprised they let him buy the school.
Yeah, he's either bought the school or he's a partner in the school or funded the school. Whatever he's doing,
I don't think
applaud
he bought
it.
that school. I'm only saying that because I don't think they'll let you buy a school, bro.
I applaud
They're not
it.
letting niggas buy a school.
Maybe he didn't buy a school, right?
I don't think he bought the
Listen,
school.
sometimes the only color people care about is green, bro.
Even if he didn't buy the school,
Oh, you
honestly.
serious?
even if
No,
he didn't
they
buy the
don't.
listen.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Even
Go
G
ahead.
Herbo comes from shootouts in Chirac, right? That's how he got put on. All his music is about drilling, right? But behind the scenes, he's doing something. I'm not saying Durk isn't. Maybe he is, right? But do more of it. Like, chill out with all that other shit, bro. I know that shit sells and stuff like that, but look at the direct impact. Like, it left Chicago, now it's in Brooklyn.
That out there, that energy comes.
I'm
back.
not gonna hold you, bro.
Back to you.
We can't even blame Dirk, bro.
I'm not.
Not blaming Dirk.
I'm just saying. I want to make it sound like we blame him.
No, that's who I'm talking to, right?
Okay.
So if Little Dirk ever saw this, I love your music, right? But like, some way, somehow, my dude, like, music is music. It's entertainment, right? Even if it's real, even if it's fake or not, like, take a step back and look at what it's doing to your community.
Yeah.
Look at what it's doing to your people, dog. You made
think
it.
he don't see that?
Why isn't it stopping?
I'm gonna tell you why it's not stopping, and this is why it probably won't ever stop, right? Because the people that pay them tell them this is what we want to hear. And don't act like that's not the truth. I mean, the record companies are telling these people this: if you play this type of music, you will get signed.
Wait, I thought Dirk
you
was
got
independent,
ops,
though.
you got this, you got that. I'm talking about majority of artists. Majority of artists with a deal. This is what we want you to do, bro. I remember Kanye West had an album before, and they told me it's too positive. What? No, I don't even know.
Fact.
It's too my music is too positive.
Yeah.
So what does that mean, bro?
Because
they want you to talk about
sells,
negativity, bro.
sells,
so they telling these
sells.
niggas, yo, look,
Shit like
talk
that.
about this, and this, and I'll make sure you get paid, bro.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I'll
That
make sure you get
happens.
paid. So it's not
That
their
happens.
fault. It's
But
the
then
higher ups.
what happens after you get paid?
Niggas is selling
Yeah,
out.
'cause
That's
at
a form
the
of
end
selling
the day,
out.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, where's your integrity, bro?
Ain't no integrity, man.
There's no
There's
integrity for little kids getting shot in the
Ain't
neighborhood
no-
because
ain't
of
no
your
integrity.
music.
They don't give a
But
fuck.
because you want to make
Snacks
100
was
bands
good,
at your
bro.
next concert,
Ain't no
your next
integrity.
song is going to be about a nigga that's dead. Like,
We got to have these uncomfortable conversations, right?
I'm with it.
Because like,
But we gotta get to the top of it.
Again, because
Pause,
I don't
no
want to. I
freaking.
don't want to like be a hypocrite, right? The music, I really enjoy his music, right? But as a grown man watching what it's doing, like, two
don't sit
things,
well with you.
it
I
don't.
get
Yeah,
it.
it don't sit well.
yo, but you know what's crazy too? Because I spoke to some young cats, right?
Mhm.
And they told me, because I had played a couple songs of my own or some positive shit, right? And they all said, like, yo, not for nothing, the song is fire. I like this song, but nobody's trying to hear that positive shit now. And I'm like,
Yo,
what
I
you mean?
had somebody say that to me.
And I'm like, so now,
I don't care about how fucked up the world is right now.
So he said, and that, boom, that's
I don't care about how fucked up the world is right now. I want to listen to drill music.
He
and
said,
that's
he
it.
said, he said,
What?
if it doesn't affect me directly, I don't really have much of a
They're not trying to hear the positive
and I
music,
thought
bro.
about that. I'm like, and that basically told me,
Pardon, bro.
I have to make songs that are relatable, but I have to get that audience
Get a
that
balance.
I can relate to. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna rap about me killing somebody because 1,000 niggas listen to that type of music, and I want those 1,000 to come to my show. That's not what I'm doing it for.
That's what the record labels are pushing, though.
Right.
The
So-
people who own the record labels are pushing that.
Yo,
And that's why they
it's-
do it.
It's
That's just what it is.
But this just goes to show how powerful music is, right?
Oh, yeah,
A
of
couple
course.
of episodes back, I told y'all about this fucking movie, man. One Night in Miami.
I seen that. Oh,
One
my
Night in
God.
Miami,
you know what I
right?
like about that movie?
Wow, what?
It was just in the hotel. Like, and did that night
But
actually
that was
happen?
the point. That was the point. I think that was.
Did those events actually happen?
I don't know.
I don't know if it's
'Cause I
all,
like
I
it.
don't know if that's all the way
Some
true.
of it, exactly.
I liked
and you
it,
don't know
but-
who's behind it.
But I was
But
like,
that-
But I took something away from the movie. I'm gonna let you
Okay,
finish,
okay.
Choice.
No, go ahead.
All right. So in that movie, right, Malcolm X, the actor who played him, did a phenomenal job, by the way. He was like basically trying to tell Sam Cooke, you know, you got everybody here knows who Sam Cooke is.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, you have so much power. You feel me? Like, you have so much, your voice. You have so much power, and all you worried about is pandering. Pandering, right? Pandering, drugs, you know, do what you do.
what's pandering? What does that mean?
Making music for white people.
That's what
That's
pays him.
all. That's all Sam Cooke was doing,
Basically,
right?
yeah.
To perform, I believe, at the Coco Cabana or some shit where, you know, black people at the time weren't probably invited
Allowed,
to
yeah.
or allowed to go to and shit like that. And at the end of the movie or whatever, like, it was just that scene, like, really, like, I felt that, like, Malcolm X was looking at the TV screen and Sam Cooke was on a show, a radio show. And he was like, yeah, it's this song I've been working on. And it was a change gonna come.
Yeah.
That song has been and was a part of the
Influential.
civil rights movement.
Yep.
It was and part of even like college high school, when I like graduations and shit, like middle school graduation, high school graduation, people use that song to this day. Like when Obama, you know what I'm saying, whether you like him or not, black president was put there, whatever. That was one of the songs that played at his inauguration. You know what I'm saying? Like that powerful, bro. that song. Till this day, when that song come on, I stop, I listen, I soak it in, I like really, you know what I mean?
You know why?
This change gonna come. Like, so when you think about Sam Cooke and that song, whether it was the movie was real or not, like, to look at us talking about it now.
Yeah. You know why though?
And Malcolm X in the movie was like trying to fight. He really was about to fight him. Like, you don't understand your power.
Right.
Like, your power, bro. Your power. So Malcolm X saw it. Like, music was a way to get to the people. Like, the march, whatever, movies like Selma. Like, you know
that's
what I'm
why,
saying?
and I go for that's
and
why.
now the music now, we ain't like, I like it, but we don't have that. Like, there needs balance.
We don't have that in music, but we had that in other forms.
What
I
form?
was about to say, like, we have people like LeBron James, Kyrie, who are using their platform for positive. Like, LeBron could just be the best player in the world and not address
the
any
WNBA.
issue.
Salute.
WNBA too.
They don't
like,
fuck around.
Maya Moore, she stopped playing basketball for 2 years to get somebody out of jail, and then married him.
She was one of the best players, bro.
And that's
like,
G shit,
rookie
bro.
of the
Like,
year, championship in the first season.
So it's like we
all
have
that,
it,
bro.
but we need to have more of those voices in music because everybody listens to music.
Here's the problem with music, bro. When you do that, they blackball you. They make stuff up and they ruin your career.
That's true because
people are scared of that.
Only a few people
are
can
scared
survive
of that.
that.
People are scared of that, and they should be scared of that. You know what I mean? But that's what comes with trying to do that. I'm not saying they're right. I'm not saying they're wrong. But that's what people are scared of.
But you know what?
I'm just being the devil's advocate and speaking out on it. That's what people are scared of, bro.
But sometimes people need to just not be scared. Like, stop being fearful. If you have a voice and it's powerful enough to change somebody's outlook on things,
you're gonna get blackballed.
Then you need to. Then fuck it.
They're gonna blackball you, and you gotta feed your family.
Do it knowing that you may get blackballed, but having the grit and the pride of saying fuck that shit. I'ma still do it. Even
because
if
my
I
core following, like, we could get blackballed. Look at the type of time we on now.
Yeah.
We all about uplifting and power,
Right.
our people.
But
right?
that's not gonna stop me from still spreading the word.
It's different for them, bro.
Because
they got like a way larger fan base and influence. Not that we don't have influence, but their fan base and influence is so large. You know what I mean? And the people that hire them know that. You feel me? So they want to push the negativity. They want to keep the negativity. They want to keep people dumb. Because back in the days, if you look at it, we still had gangster music, but we also had the conscious rappers also. Now we don't have as much as that.
Yeah, we need the conscious rappers.
We do, but
they're
not
conscious. But they're underground.
They're underground. They're not getting. They're not getting the same push. You see what I'm saying? People are getting blackballed, bro. People are getting black, and that's what they're scared of.
And gangster rap was an agenda pushed by the record labels.
Of course it was.
It wasn't no gangster rap. Gangster rap was pushed by execs and all the record labels to put.
And it just got worse.
And the record labels is
worse.
funding private prisons.
And worse.
Mm-hmm. So.
Yo, Trap, let me ask you, if you could.
So it's not the people, it's the institutions, bro. That's what we want to talk about.
So let's speak about like the violence in our communities, right? Mm-hmm. Trap, if you could attack, if you had a plan of attack, right, for like the violence in our communities, where would you start?
The plan of attack, one of the main causes of violence is one, the lack of education and the lack of jobs and the lack of well-paying jobs, because the reason crime and stuff happens is a result of the lack of jobs. So also you got to understand, in the black community, as a man, you know you need money and you know you have to make your way. So if you can't get a job, or of course you're going to take the route that goes to the streets. You have to make money some way. So that's an option that they choose. So you do that to make money, but along that way there's other black men also doing the same thing.
We cross paths now.
And now boom, you got violence.
That's where the
like
problem
that.
come from.
Because and sociologists know this too. The lack of jobs, the less jobs you have, the more
crime
violence
goes up.
you have. The crimes have.
Crime goes up.
The little jobs that they do have them. Also, a lot of us have a lot of pride and ego, so they won't want to work at McDonald's or whatever. And I get that, and whatever the minimum wage is, it's still not enough. But sometimes you just have to do what you have to do. But it's like, why do that when I can go hit the block, get it the legal way, and make more money? Now with that,
I'm not doing that, son.
Me neither.
I know,
but go ahead. I like this.
But that's some of the choices you're left with.
That's crazy.
So you're saying like you would start with building more opportunities
for them to get jobs and educated, so that way, and like get in the trades more because we do need more things that need to be fixed. Like, bro, you could build
Hands-on learning.
hands-on.
Hands-on learning, you'll always have a job, bro.
You will always have a job across the world.
And they
You
don't
got the
teach that.
skills
That's the
to
thing.
pay
They
the
don't teach that.
bills.
Exactly.
Like
But
my man Omar said.
like this is. I'm happy you brought that up because damn, I'm
Because-
sorry, I'm forgetting who was saying it, but I was
Umar
watching.
probably. Dr.
Yeah,
Umar.
Dr. Umar
Got the
Johnson
skills to
was
pay the
saying
bills,
that back in
baby.
the days in school, when you would finish like high school and stuff
They
before college,
had
you would
those-
get
they
the
had
programs.
They had
So-
those technical skills in the high schools, but then after a certain time, they took them out.
They took them
Hold
out.
And they
on, real
pushed the
quick.
college-
So
they
maybe-
pushed-
real
so
quick, I
maybe
just
you know
wanna
what
throw
it
this
was?
out there.
Because they wanted to push college on everybody.
You know why
it's a
though?
business.
Because those people who had the skills to pay the bills, they was funding a Martin Luther King. They was
Yeah,
funding
facts.
a Malcolm X.
I know.
That's why you know what I mean? You don't see real leaders nowadays.
Welders,
'Cause
electricians.
So you know
like-
what?
those
I
people
think-
were
so I think-
funding the activists, bro.
Yeah, but they
Ain't
took
no
them
more
out-
though.
They took them out the public schools for
It's
the
like,
black children,
So
but they
maybe-
kept them in all the other schools though.
Yeah, they
So-
separate.
So,
So
maybe
separate.
it should
that's
start
why
in
they can still
schools.
get it. So
Maybe we should start in schools.
So we
Okay,
need that. We need
hold on,
more
hold on.
of
I'm gonna
those.
get your point.
Yeah,
of
We
view.
gotta
we
start
need
with
more of
one
that.
thing, bro.
So, Trap, you said
'Cause if you-
opportunities. Keep
yeah.
going, because I want to get
Yeah,
everyone.
opportunities and skills and teach and you need to have some kind of skill like building, electricity, plumbing, all of those skills. Like you said, you work with your hands. You can never anywhere around the world. You can always find a place to work and have.
And
work.
those are also high-paying jobs
Exactly.
too.
Yes.
Or even
Most of
now,
them union
nowadays,
also.
if you want to get into IT, 'cause even though that's kind of hard
And
too.
tech and all that.
Tech, stem cell. I was reading the New York Times. They recently just had like a program for like getting more African American women in part of stem cell. So that's important. We gotta start looking into programs like that, getting our young
What's
kids
stem
in the
cell?
stem cell programs and stuff.
What's that?
Basically it's like what you call it? It's basically had to do with like computers and stuff and like science. Basically like computer and science and stuff like that.
So computer science.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. So they need to get into that more, basically more building. Like I said, if you could build a house,
You'll always have bread.
always gonna
always
have
have
bread.
bread.
Yeah, solar pan, like they got solar panel in now and all of that. That's the new generation of things. So like
Carpentry.
So we need more
plumbing,
schools, bro.
electrician.
All right, so
I
Choice,
think
where would
it-
you start, right?
I-
To
it's-
building the black community, right? We're gonna get to that topic in the
Yeah.
OD segment. Like, how would you start building a black town or whatever? But
Yeah.
for the violence, let's talk about violence right now.
I
and
think-
then Hot Rod, you go. Like, where would you
think
start?
I think the same thing.
But Trap
It
said
start-
opportunities.
Yeah, it starts in the schools, bro.
Now, so you're
because
saying schools?
school because at the end of the day, like you spend most of your young adult life at school.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's basically like a job. Like I wake up, I spend eight of my hours throughout the day going to work. I come home to spend time in the house, whatever. You spend most of your time in school.
Yeah.
So
facts.
the people that you're depending on to give you this information are those teachers that are in the schools. So if that atmosphere is iffy, because I'm pretty sure we all know a bunch of schools that have bad.
Yeah.
It's just, you know what I'm saying, like it's just bad. Like teachers is bad. The whole area is bad. I think the infrastructure of teaching, financial literacy,
Financial literacy.
financial literacy,
Yeah,
basic
home.
life skills. As you mentioned, as far as like the trades and hands-on learning, because if you get that, you always have a job. Like, and you're union protected too. Electricians, plumbing, all of those things require your hands, and you always have a job. So it's like, if you could teach people to learn those skills instead of depending on just a regular 9 to 5, or just going to the streets to hustle if they can't find a regular job, at least you have, okay, I know how to fix a wire, or I know how to do roofing, or I know how to fix a tub, or I know how to do this, and that. So you could easily be like, oh, this building has
And then
these
after you
issues.
get there, like open up a school to teach others how to get there.
Exactly. Like
okay.
Spread that knowledge down generationally.
Yeah.
So that everybody after you can continue that process. Like, all right, I learned this. I can teach these 10 people. Those 10 people can sort of, they just build. Just build.
No, I like that. That's
Okay.
dope.
I
That's
just
dope.
want to correct something. So stem cells are the body's raw material cells from which all other cells with specialized functions are generated under the right conditions in the body of a laboratory. Stem cells divide to form more cells called daughter cells. So basically, it's just like the study of that.
Study
of
of-
the cells
yeah.
of the bodies and stuff.
Yeah.
So
Nah,
I just
that's
wanted
dope.
I just wanted to correct that
That's dope. That's
from
dope.
what I said earlier.
Okay.
I kind of gotta agree with y'all because my answer is not necessarily schools, but my answer, I think you need education before you get to my answer. And my answer is respect, which I was saying earlier, because you can't do anything by yourself. You're gonna need people, right? But if people respect themselves, then they respect people that look like themselves. And for them to respect themselves, they gotta know, you know what I mean, where they came from. If I know that, you know what I mean, our history is not just, you're not just a nigga, you're not just a slave. You know what I mean? If you know that, you know what I mean, the Moors went into Europe and civilized white people and gave them deodorant and toothpaste and shit like that. If you know you come from a lineage of kings and queens and stuff like that, it'll be a lot harder to take that person's life. But when they keep pushing, oh, this is where your history started, you know what I mean? Then it's a little easier to just fall into that trap. So I would say respect, but how do we get the respect is the education, and that's just knowing where you really come from. You know what I mean? Do the history about wherever your family comes from and what black people really come from. So I would say respect and education. You need the education. You need to educate yourself about where you really come from, and that's when the respect would come in. Because people got to come together. If people don't come together, you know what I mean, nothing's gonna happen. Jews is together. I say it all the time. The Asians is together all the time. You know what I mean? We got to come together. Until we come together, nothing will ever happen.
So maybe, all y'all said some fire answers. So maybe I'm putting too much on music because none of y'all said the music. You know what I mean? It all started with self.
Blame the music.
Education, self.
Music can still educate you. So in more ways than not, artists are teachers.
But we got to be responsible too in allowing that to influence our youth.
Right, because we can always soak in information, but it depends on us and what we do.
How I'm gonna stop him from playing when he want to play, bro? When he's at school, he's going.
No, what I'm saying is nowadays every kid has a smartphone now and YouTube. What I'm saying is we don't even look at our kids' phone to put. You know, you could have settings so they can't see certain videos. So now kids just go on wild, so they see whatever they want on the internet because the parents don't check their phones.
Nope.
Okay, so
we didn't have that when we were growing up. We had a little bit. We had some structure. You knew when there was adults and whatever. You go in the room. You can't be in here when adults are around. Now kids be hanging around adults like it's nothing. You can't be in there. We watching something
because the parents are younger.
Yeah,
our parents are young too, though.
No. I'm saying the parents got younger through time. You know what I mean? Ain't no Big Mama no more, bro. Big Mama's still hitting the club. I said this a couple episodes ago.
That's a fact.
Big Mama is 30 now. She hitting the club. She not cooking. She not beating people's ass. All right. Big Mama is looking for a babysitter.
Heavy on the not cooking.
So she can hit the club.
We exposed that on the High Rise show like twice. Because I said, yo, dating these chicks from the age from the 25 to 30.
They not cooking.
They not cooking.
Y'all ain't got no salt. Y'all ain't got no pepper.
And they be the main ones. Oh, but what can you do this? Can you do this?
Bitch, can you cook?
On the High Rise show, I said this.
Let me see your seasoning cabinet.
So I said
Let me see
your
tray.
The last High Rise show, I said, yo, they have nothing in their fridge but water and alcohol in their fridge. They have nothing in their fridge.
You barely got
salt.
salt.
Guess what? Shorty tried the front. Shout out to her though, cause she was the homie.
Well, she the homie, but it was a good example.
It was a good example. She was like, "Nah, I can't show y'all, cause he right. I'm like, exactly.
I told her, let me see your fridge.
All they want to do is spend your money on food and Uber Eats all day, and that's why they always complaining that they hungry all the time.
That's a fact.
Cause they don't want to cook.
They don't want to cook nothing.
Like, bro, go to the store and get some groceries. You on the dope. But you want to spend my money on Uber Eats all day, and then you always hungry.
That's why it's tough for me to settle down, man. My mom used to cook all the time. She cooked
every
day.
And you know when it's played back, somebody yo, they really saying.
I don't care.
I don't give a fuck that
because
that's what I'm looking for.
Y'all want men of the old days. Y'all not even women of the
old days. Yes,
that be the part that
that's
be
a problem.
Yo, you know what we doing right now, right? You know what we doing?
We talking the truth.
We talking the truth
because we talking about building black communities, right?
But that's a problem in the black community.
We have to have these uncomfortable talks. Like
you just said that.
You just said that. Like Shahrazad Ali. It don't matter how you feel. The truth is gonna be the truth, no matter how you feel about it. They may feel a way about it, but this is the truth.
Hold on, Trap. Who said that?
Shahrazad Ali.
Shahrazad Ali.
Yeah, her name is hard to say.
I've been in tune with her a lot. But go ahead, Trap.
Listen, just watch Hidden Colors 1 through 5. That should change your life.
Yo, Hot Rod sent 2 joints to post just to watch. If you would have seen the responses he got back,
the responses I got was like,
my point, bro.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't even reply. I'm
I
like,
know,
all right.
it proves the point. Women don't want resolution. They just want to argue. And I keep saying this. I said this on like probably the last episode and the episode before that. When you talking to women, they just want to argue. Yeah. They don't never want to seek no resolution.
Yo, because you can make a point.
You can make a point, and then they're gonna be like, "But what about?
Yeah, but what about this?
What are we not talking about that, right?" Or they change the whole conversation to something different. Like, example, the whole bonded situation. I don't want to stay on this too long, but it was about just wearing a bonnet outside. Somehow the conversation switched to, "Oh, now you got a problem with women wearing bonnets." No, it's about wearing it outside. Nobody said anything about wearing it. Wear it when you go to sleep, because that's what it's for. It's houseware. Right. But the whole conversation switched from that to, "Oh, now you don't want us to wear it." Then they trying to put up a post. It was like, "Oh, y'all support black men in dresses, but won't support women in bonnets."
What are we
it's
talking
like,
about? Nah, I'm not gonna front though. I'm not gonna front. That is true though.
It's not
but it's
true.
not true because that got nothing to do. What you mean it's not true? What they got to do with the price? How does Young Thug have a career?
Hold on. Let's hold on. Let's bring it back because I didn't answer.
Keep it a butt. How does he have a career if we don't support people with men in dresses?
I didn't answer though. Hold on.
Go ahead.
Who's
Chief.
we? Yo,
whoever his fans are. Whoever his fans are.
Yo, I didn't give my answer.
Come on,
what I think.
I'm just saying.
Right? Nah. It's all good. So Trap said he would start with like the system and building more opportunities,
because that's what stops crime. If you don't have a place, if you don't got a place to get money and you need money, and I know the streets is there, it's just simple logic.
You know what's the problem with that?
A lot of niggas go to the street.
As soon as we get
Choice
that,
at school,
we getting bombed. We getting bombed like Tulsa, Oklahoma. That's the problem.
Hot Rod said respect, and I want to piggyback off what Hot Rod said. Right, like if I have an issue with Trap, if I look at Trap like my brother, you know what I'm saying? Like really look at him like, yo, this man look like me. So I'm trying to log on to my Instagram, but I forgot my password, right? So there was this I wanted it to play, but there was this Nipsey Hussle interview I posted on my my E1T1 podcast page, right? Follow me. Yeah, each number one podcast. But Nipsey was doing an interview. I believe it was with Hot 97, right? And Nipsey was like gang banging. Nipsey, we all know. I love Nipsey. Yeah. Rest in peace. Nipsey's a rolling 60s Crip, right? Big time gang member.
6-0.
Even like he was like, yo, even when like gang banging, right? When you go on a mission, you pass up the dude that looked like a square in a suit on his way to work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then you pass up someone from another race. Oh, like he white. We not riding on him, or he's Asian. You know what I mean? Or he's European, or he's somebody like you pass up on him. And he was like, and then you see someone that sit like you, that stand like you, that got the shoulders like you, the bravado, the walk, the lean. Then you go, there you go, get him.
You know why?
He was like, you hunting yourself.
You know why?
Just on the other side of town.
That shit is deep.
You hunting yourself.
It's deeper than rap.
You know why?
It's self-hate, bro.
Hold on.
Yeah, self-hate,
Hold on. So that's why I said I want to piggyback off of Hot Rod. Hot Rod said the way to change this violence in our communities is with respect. So when I see someone that stand like me, they got the beard like me, the mean mug like me, I'm like, yo, that's me. He just from Harlem. I'm Chief.
That's
Choice.
me. He just in another gang.
That's
me. He just from another neighborhood.
But guess what? That's me, but we both oppressed. We both got low-paying jobs.
Why is that not the conversation? Why is that not the first
we
people's thought?
We both won't get hired because of our zip codes.
Yep.
Last names.
Our last names.
Instead of riding down the block, being like, yo, I'm going to take that nigga out. How about we say, yo, I'm going to get him off the corner.
But I
see him here every day
on
this corner.
All of y'all
I'm gonna get him off the block.
Incredible points.
Hot Rod made a point.
Incredible.
Why not do that?
Hot Rod's point.
The respect.
You gotta have self-respect first.
Yeah,
it's all self-hate.
That goes to education.
Have respect for everybody. Yeah, you gotta have self-respect.
Because gangs didn't start off like that.
I know.
Bro.
Gangs started off as our protection.
Exactly.
And people don't know that. Like,
what does thing stand for again? CRIP stands for Community Revolution and Progress. And then Blood, I forgot.
Brotherly love overpowers our something.
Yeah, depression.
Yeah,
depression.
yeah.
Something.
Yeah,
Something like that. So how it go from police in neighborhoods to now,
like the Black Panthers,
to now, like I know how. We know how. Everybody knows how. Everybody's gonna say this, gonna know how. Yeah, I know. You know. You feel me? So it went from that to like eventually just killing each other to what we know is gang.
Do you
banging
think
today.
that the violence is in our communities is because we don't respect ourselves? So I'm like, I could kill, God forbid, of course, I could kill Choice, like, because
not only that, but the circumstances that are in these neighborhoods by the people in power, bro.
Who's in, like, police, or like who's in power, like
the
mayor?
people in power, whoever you want to. I don't know who's in power, bro. Whoever is in power makes these things the way they are. Ain't no Uzis made in Harlem. Uzis made in Harlem?
No.
Them shits is not made. How they
You
get
talking about
there?
how the guns get to the hood?
How the guns get there?
Okay.
How the crack get there? You see what I'm saying? And
Well,
I'm
we
not
all know
saying
how crack got
I'm
there.
not saying anything that
That's
everybody else
another
didn't know.
conversation.
I just think that we need to focus on that. You know what I mean? We need to focus more on that. You know what I mean? So when you say, and I agree with you when you say, "Oh, how come Rihanna?" I agree.
Because
But
the
I also
celebrities
know,
have clout.
yeah, but they get cut off, bro.
wanna
They
hear
cut off
something
that pipeline. You can't go back to oodles and noodles from filet mignon. And so they're like, fuck that. I'm selling out.
I'm glad you just said that. U.S. military guns keep vanishing and showing up in street crimes, according to a new report.
How, Sway?
So
They got Crips and Bloods in Haiti, bro. They got machine guns.
Did you hear that, though? Military guns keep vanishing and showing up in
Keep
street
vanishing?
crimes.
What you mean keep vanishing? What, so
And
they
they
just
keep
magically
showing up in street
disappear?
crimes.
Bro,
Yo, I like
they
how,
dropped
yo, I
that
like
shit
how-
off.
I like how the media likes to like word play with certain shit. Like, how
Exactly.
does that vanish?
Yeah,
like
how
they
you-
just
And if
magically
you
appeared
dumb,
in the streets.
And if we dumb people, yeah.
And remember your show, Snowfall. That shit is real. That's the Ricky Ross story.
Snowfall. I
What
really enjoyed that show.
what ends up happening is that Rick Ross, which is the what's his name?
Franklin Saint.
Franklin Saint, is he's gonna go to jail, and the white man who was helping him out is gonna get a show. His name is Oliver North. That's what
in real life?
Yeah, in real life, that's what happened. He's gonna get a show. The white guy's gonna get a show, and Ricky Ross is gonna get however many
And in
years.
Snowfall,
in jail.
they were doing that drug dealing to fund the war, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, that's real. In Nicaragua, that's real. That happened. You feel what I'm saying? So
when you hear about
That's wild,
so when you
crazy.
hear about all these cities,
they were
and
selling
machine
drugs
guns
to
and the
fund a
crimes,
war.
you know they sending
And then turn around and lock you up for it.
I know.
Wild.
Crazy.
So when you
That's
hear,
all.
so when you
That's
so
all,
when you want
folks.
to know
Basically,
how
like,
they
your
get in all these
services no
machine
longer
guns, this is how
required.
they get in those machine
They coming from the
guns.
sky. They
They
dropping
dropping
them
them
off
off.
in
They dropping
Harlem.
them off in
They
the
dropping
hood.
them off in Cali. You know what I mean? You already got gangs. It's lit.
So now we found so we spoke about the problems, right? And we spoke about like the impact of like music and the role that it may play in like you get a record deal, you know, these companies that have behind the scenes agendas, right?
It's a system, bro.
So the system, we all know the judicial system is fucked up in every way, shape, or form. We've been talking about it since this shit started.
I don't even think I think it's bigger than
Like
the
Breonna
justice
Taylor
now.
still ain't get justice.
She
And
probably
justice ain't a settlement.
She
like,
probably won't.
That money won't bring that queen back. You know what I'm saying? Like we still, yo, bro, it got so bad. Like literally, if you like from Breonna Taylor and from the George Floyd situation, I believe there's been more like unjust, obviously, police killings, right? Over 500, right? There's a new president.
Yeah.
Right? It's still happening, right?
That nigga got dementia or something. I don't know what that nigga.
Right? So, but this is the thing. This is how they try to, this is why, right? I believe, I agree with what all y'all said, but what Hot Rod said with the respect, it really like honed in on me, right? Because it starts like, if when I look in the mirror, if I'm confident and like, yo, you see this man right here? Like, I value myself, right? So I value you. I value Trap. I value Hot Rod. Like, let's talk it out. Or let's fight. And then we move on. We shake hands. We dap up. I've lost fights.
Except for Hot Rod, you gotta fight him every day.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I've lost fights, right? But even let's remove violence, right? Let's start with respecting oneself and respecting your brother. You know what I mean? Like, yo, we on the same team. And if I kill you, I'm just killed off. That's friendly fire.
just killed off a
If you look
soldier.
up friendly fire, it means killing off somebody on your own army by
You killed off
accident.
your soldier, bro. But sometimes it's not by accident.
But yeah, it's not friendly fire then. It don't be accident.
Yeah, but then that's how the media, because the media is in charge. We all know that. And the media
who's in charge of the media?
The government, I believe, I would assume, right? And then who's in charge of the government? We could, we'll never get to the end of who's in charge of what, right? The propaganda, the bullshit, what the media decides to post or not, right? But with all of that, like, it's simple. Because as much as we say Kobe got shot, there's no justice, celebrities aren't stepping up, there's no protest, there's no riot, right? They easily combat us with, but y'all killing each other. Black on black crime. It's a totally different argument. But that's always going to be the argument that the tool that they have. Don't talk to me about Kobe. Choice just killed a nigga in Harlem.
You know why it's not?
Hot Rod just killed a nigga in. It is.
You know why it's not?
Because black on black, I hate that fucking term.
You know why it's not?
Black on black violence or whatever they try to use, and the police killing us, and the systemic racism, the fact that because of my zip code, I'm denied opportunities to better myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not the same thing. It's wrong.
You know why it's not?
It's
you know
wrong.
why it's the same thing? You want to know why?
Why?
You really want to know why? Because if you go backwards, it starts at the same place. And however you wanna take that, because I don't want to go too much. It starts at the same place. Black on black crime, cops killing black people, white civilians killing black people.
Black on black crime is
okay, cool. I'm just saying just to be saying.
Yeah, no, but listen.
All of those things, they stem from the same place. They come from the same place.
Right. But what I'm saying, other communities have violence too amongst themselves too. But we don't ever hear them say, "Oh, that's white
propaganda."
On white crime.
Propaganda.
We don't say, "Oh, that's white."
I call white
crime.
people thugs when I see them do shit. Look at this thug. I call you a thug too.
But what I'm saying is,
hold on. I'm glad you said that.
Wait, Trap. What you saying?
I be more on timing with white people than black
it's
people.
like Michelle Alexander described in the new Jim Crow. It's poor proximity and the status. Black people most likely are going to commit violence against black people and sell drugs to black people because they live amongst black people. White people are going to commit violence against white people because they're amongst them. All races do that. College students are most likely going to deal drugs to more college students because that's where they're comfortable.
But there's no cops in college.
But that's the point I'm trying to make. So when they try to use the black on black crime term, that's just to throw you off so you could, you know what I mean, take you off the topic.
I get that.
So,
you're right. You giving them game right now.
But there's no such thing as that. It's just proximity crime.
But I'm just saying,
crime.
all of that
crime
stuff
is crime.
It leads
I like that.
back.
I like that.
It
Trap.
leads back to the same place. You feel me?
So what's that place?
There's a system set up for all of that stuff to play out like that, right? Y'all watch The Godfather of Harlem?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Y'all watch The Godfather of Harlem?
Yeah.
Remember when son was trying to get, like, he was trying to get the black gangs together
from
so
all
they
different
could get
states,
all
so they
different
could get the
states,
state
so they
thing,
could
yeah.
get their own La Costa Nostra, right? And what was his Italian friends telling him? What were they telling him? It's not about the money. It's not. It's not about the money. They don't want to see you come up.
Exactly.
They don't want to see you. And why they don't want to see you come up is because when you come up, what's going to happen is very simple. You're going to be better than them. You're going to make more money than them. You're going to be more successful than them. And you're going to overthrow them. And they want that power.
And it goes
they
back.
still want that power.
It goes
Go
back
watch
to
those
people,
episodes.
It goes back to us saying, like, yo, and it's crazy because it happens in the hood. Like, I want to see you do good, just not better than me. It's like, and that's a lot of people's mindset. Like, I'll
you
support
think that's
you.
only in the black community?
Of course not.
Of course
I just
not,
gave
but
an example.
But that's what we see because we, one, are part of the black community, and two, we are doing things.
It's highlighted more.
Yeah, and we're doing
Our shit
things
is highlighted
that we are expecting support from other people. So they use that excuse, and it's like, you feel me? So, I don't know.
They don't want to see you come up, bro. When I watched that, it was like, yo, that shit is real. Like, you don't want you. I'm making all this money. Y'all didn't even want in because you don't want to see me come up. Like, they would not sell him the coke because he's black. They don't want it. They don't. You have to buy it from me. You can't be the connect. I'm the connect. You gonna buy it from me.
And this is The Godfather of Harlem.
Nigga.
I gotta check that out. I gotta watch season 2.
Season 2. Go check that out, bro.
Yeah. But even with that though, right? And I gotta be, the devil's advocate, right?
Go ahead, I'm ready.
All of these people, right? Even in The Godfather of Harlem, right? That story is based on not Bumpy Johnson, right?
I believe so. Yeah, Bumpy Johnson.
Bumpy Johnson, right? But with that coke connect, and you got all this money. What was he doing for the community? Because that's what we're talking about.
He did a lot for the community.
Like, I like your Rolls Royce. I like all that.
No,
flashy
don't get it
shit.
wrong. Because when cops beat up black kids, he brought the goons and stuff like that. He made threats towards cops and stuff like that.
Yeah, but
He
that
had
don't
cops
fix
out.
shit.
Nah, it did because they let those people out. You can't just beat me up and throw me in a cellar without medical attention. You see what I'm
Okay.
saying? But the reason why I
And
brought
he was
that
friends with Malcolm X.
exactly.
Yeah.
But the
Okay.
reason why I brought that
Yeah,
example
yeah.
up about him buying the coke and they won't sell it to them, if they doing that in the coke game, right? Where else are they doing that at? At the jobs. They doing that at the jobs. They don't want to give you that promotion. You a nigga. You gotta work 5 years.
point.
You gotta work 5 years. You gotta work 4 or 5 years as the cleaning person before you become salesman. Even though I'm a better fucking salesman than this asshole right here.
We was just talking about
That's
Miss
a fact.
Jen, how
They
they was
ahead of
paying
the
her
8
at
ball.
her job. They
Yeah.
ain't want to give Miss Jen
Salute
a
to
raise.
Miss Jen.
Salute to
Yeah.
Miss Jen. She was telling
Queen.
us in the group chat about
exactly.
her job, and she teach.
She's a
Her,
teacher.
her fucking boss ain't want to give her pay raise. Talking about, oh, you got to go get this, and then she went and get that. Still
Get
taking
what? I mean, she already
another
got
degree.
every
Yeah, now she got-
another
she had to-
one?
She had to go get another one. Then he still took long to try to give her a play. Like, yo, what do? And it be your own people.
bro, you have to go where you
And
appreciate
it be
it and
your
not
own
tolerate
people,
it, bro.
She a teacher trying to teach the youth.
What you mean when you say salute to Miss Jen?
Yeah.
Because I'm sure she got that raise or she's going to get
I
it.
think so.
But when you say it be your own people,
gotta
what
work
does that
harder.
mean?
Because it was her supervisor is a black
She gotta
dude.
work harder than Brittany.
It's a black dude.
Yo, you gotta go where you
And I hate that.
appreciate it and not tolerate it,
this-
bro.
I hate when
yo,
black
we
people-
just
I hate when black
this is a
people get in-
conversation we need to have.
I hate when black people in supervision powers positions at these jobs, how they treat black people is insane. I don't like how they treat their black workers.
So
how
you're
they talk
talking
to them
about
crazy.
black people who are in
Yes.
positions of power.
Yes, when they get to these corporations that's
You
run
know
by
why.
they go mad hard on their own people.
It's not coming
as
from
the
them.
I know it's not coming from them, but still though, where do you take a stand at? But sometimes
Ain't
it
no
don't be
stand
coming
for people like
listen,
that,
People
bro.
like that don't have integrity,
no
bro.
stand.
Yo,
And
you know
at the
what's
end of the
They
day-
crazy?
can't have that.
Yo, Trap, please do not forget your train of thought, right? So in like the movies and shit, because obviously we weren't around in the civil rights movement, right? But in movies and in books I've read, right? Even in fucking Jim Crow, not Michelle Alexander's book, The New Jim Crow, but just Jim Crow in general, where it was like, get the light skin one. Team light skin versus team dark skin. Befriend the light skin slave, and the slaves that look my complexion will envy the light skin slave because the light skin slave gets to eat inside with the master. Right? So the divide and conquer technique,
Been around
that's
forever.
still going on in the workplace.
Of course.
Right? Because if I'm get paid, right? Boom. This is the Each One Teach One podcast. I get paid to make sure that these cups are always set for us at the table, right? So you guys have to be the people to get these cups set at the table, right? Why am I like, and again, this happens in the workplace, like I feel such authority where I'm talking down to Trap. I'm talking down to Choice. I'm talking down to Hot Rod, but I was just with y'all.
You get paid for that. That's
I
what
don't.
they.
No,
that's what
no,
they
no,
pay
no.
you
We
for.
gotta hold each other.
No, that's
I'm
what
not-
they
I'm
pay
not
you for,
accepting that.
nigga.
Nah, hold on.
That's what they pay you
We
for.
gotta hold each
It's
other.
You think I'm playing?
We gotta hold on.
That's what they pay
It's
you for.
one thing. Nah, it's
Black,
one.
listen. I'm big
to put
on.
you
Yo,
on.
we gotta hold each other accountable. Black people, and I'm black. When we get empowered, sometimes it gets to our fucking head.
No,
That's
it
what
does.
they
It
pay
gets-
you for.
Nah, bro, it's one
Nah.
thing.
You
bro.
think they don't have that talk with
Bro,
you?
it's
Like now
one
you're a
thing- nah,
supervisor.
I've
it's-
been,
no.
I've been
It's
in
one-
leadership
it's one
positions.
thing
And
to
they don't have that
supervise.
talk to
They
you?
don't.
No, they
Yo,
don't
Hot
have
Rod,
that.
They don't.
bro. It's one thing to
They
supervise.
don't, bro,
It's another
bro.
thing
Not
to
a
talk
literal
down
talk.
to somebody, bro.
Hot Rod,
Not-
it's
not-
one
hold
thing-
on,
but
not-
first of all-
not a
wait,
literal
wait.
talk.
Hot Rod, first of all, they have training classes.
Not
for
a
that.
literal
How you
talk.
talk to people. But what I'm saying
Exactly.
is a lot of the black people, especially
It just
in
got
service,
to your head, bro.
No, listen to what I'm saying, because I experience all the time. A lot of black people, when they in service and they got to deal with customer service, I watch how they deal with black people as opposed to other people. Like they literally sometimes be talking to them crazy, and then other people come and then they be so nice and calm and endearing to them.
That's self-hate.
And I hate that because I'm gonna give you, like, bro,
Self-hate.
they literally have training classes on that. On
They
how
do.
you should talk and how you.
They
so
do, bro.
There's ways where you know when you're crossing
Bro,
the line.
exactly.
So I'm gonna give you another example. Every time, well, most of the time when I'm on New Jersey Transit, right, I have my mask on regular. I don't have it fully covering my nose, No, none of the conductors say anything. They take my ticket, whatever. They keep going. It's only the black ones that gotta say something. Specifically, the black women. Oh, you gotta make sure it's over your nose. Always breaking too. And I calmly just put it up every time. But it's like, bro, why do y'all gotta be the ones to enforce it? Nobody else says anything.
That check.
I understand it, but my
That's
thing
extra
is,
couple
dollars.
dollars.
Thing is, you don't have to do that. If nobody
Yes, the
else
fuck
is
they
enforcing,
do.
No, you
they
don't,
Nah, bro.
No, they don't.
You do not.
Listen. Hot
They
Rod.
not telling you
No,
to
so
enforce
wait,
it.
so if that's the case, why is everybody else doing it?
Exactly. Why and why do you have to talk to me so angry?
And
Like,
you talk-
just because
it's
it's your job to do it doesn't
yeah.
mean you have to enforce that. Like, every
Exactly.
time I see somebody, put your mask on.
Yeah, at my job, look,
He
at
has
my
a
job
point.
too.
Put
You
y'all
think I'm
on when y'all
supposed to
done. I'm about
enforce
to put
that?
y'all on.
At my job, they try to get me to enforce that. You think I do that? No.
Also,
It's
you said
because you have
said
integrity. You're not a sellout. Listen,
Listen,
in
they
every
it's not about
institution,
being a
bro.
sellout. My
Yes,
thing
it
is
is. Because that's
have-
what they're doing.
it's-
You choose not to sell out. But these people in power, they're called bourgeoisie.
No,
okay?
what I'm saying
that's
is
what
not,
they
it's not
are.
what I'm saying. They're
It's-
workers.
it's
My thing
selective
is this.
discipline,
it's
bro.
only the workers. And it's
Selective
only,
discipline.
But I'm saying is only the black workers that say something to me.
And again,
They shucking and jiving,
Nah,
my man.
okay,
They trying to get that
But my thing
pay
is,
raise.
I respect that, right?
I'm all about if you wanna enforce the rules, but you don't gotta talk to me and belittle me how they be talking to me. That'd be my issue. They be talking to me crazy, like, all right, man, you probably had a hard day, but my thing is this. This is how conflict this is how some conflicts start because again, there's some crazies out there. It could be a guy that might want to argue, and then that's a whole nother thing now. And then it's gonna be like, oh, you arguing with a black woman.
also,
But it's like, bro, you don't gotta talk to me because you could kindly say, sir,
Put
just
your
a
mask up.
over your nose.
That's
You don't
a
gotta
fact.
scream and
I
oh,
don't
you gotta
even
make
be
sure you
wearing
put
my
your
shit
and
nose
I don't
on
want to
the wall.
sound
I don't
like.
even-
So I've been, and I'm
and
agree
hold on,
with
and I,
Trap.
and I also too security too. Black security guards when they be at the establishment, stop treating y'all black people like shit. But then other people come in, y'all be so so nice and commandeering to everybody
You're lesser
else.
than.
Like, stop doing that.
Why
I
is he
hate when
le-
they do
why
that.
is he lesser
Why
than?
when I look like you, but everybody
What you
else
mean,
gets.
why? He's not
everybody
really
else-
lesser than.
I know,
but
Everybody
but
else gets respect,
self-hate.
but
Right.
then when
Right,
when you
exactly.
see a black person, you all of a sudden you on point.
Chest
gotta-
up,
yeah,
chest
you gotta-
out.
yeah, bravado.
It's a
I'm
program.
tired of that.
It's a program.
What I'm saying,
But we
is,
gotta-
I don't even.
what I'm
Listen,
saying
I don't
is
even
black
be
people
gangsta
gotta
with black
get-
people no more.
Me neither. My thing is black people.
I be quicker
Y'all
with
gotta
white
stop
people.
doing that. Black people stop doing that. If you're gonna be in jobs of service and you servicing your own kind, you gotta be
Go
nice
crazy.
nice around the board. Don't just be nice to other races and then your people you be rude.
They
Because
trying to
y'all
get
be
that pay raise.
Nah, I'm not hearing that because y'all be being rude to women. Y'all be being rude to old people, and I'm not feeling that.
Respect.
You're not
That's
doing
a
that.
fact.
And then
That's a fact.
again, it
You're not
starts
doing
back
that.
with respecting yourself.
Exactly.
Right?
My thing is how you in service and you know you got to deal with people. All right, I get it. Some days you might have some days where you might not want to deal with it.
You know what's crazy?
know what
Even when
do?
you have them days, you had to maintain your
Exactly.
attitude.
They
You
teach
in
you that at
customer
work.
service.
Exactly. My thing is, and if you feel like that, do what I do. If I don't know how everybody's job is, take a day of. You think I use my sick days because I'm really sick?
Mental health days are
let
important.
Let it rain too hard, nigga. I'm not
Mental-
coming in
yeah,
today.
mental
Said,
health
let it
days.
rain too
Bro,
hard.
Nah,
let
mental-
it rain too hard. I'm not coming in to
Mental-
work. I'm
nah,
taking,
nah, listen.
Yo,
Let
I'll
it
see
rain
y'all
too
tomorrow.
hard.
Mental
I'm
health
sick.
days are important.
Exactly.
Mental
Not
health
just
days
for-
are important. But I agree with everything Trap was saying,
Because
but
I
I
hate-
disagree with Hot Rod in one case. Hot
talk
Rod's been
about
right
it.
all day.
Let's talk
But he
about
said
it.
they have these conversations with you. So my
They
work
do.
ethic, my experience and stuff like that, I've earned. I'm not going to say I've been blessed. I've earned leadership roles in companies, right? And in those roles, I've never had a conversation where they say be mean to black people.
Exactly.
You know why?
In fact, because of these sensitive times,
They
right?
actually want you to be more
they
nice.
want you to be more nice.
You know
You
why?
ain't got to tell me to be nice to people that look like me because I respect
I already-
myself.
You
know why?
And I respect my niggas.
You know why?
Period. My kings. Because we could talk about the word nigga in general, Negus. Back in the day, negus started for kings.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
But I ain't gonna educate too far. But I respect. So when I say niggas, I don't mean it in like
I know.
the way they mean
I
it.
don't mean it.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm talking to my kings.
You know
So
why they don't have to talk
I'm
with
just
you,
fair
though?
across the board. So it's not the companies, bro. When black people,
It's not the
just like the
Bro,
rich
it
black
don't really
people.
be the
You don't
companies, bro.
Bro,
A lot of them get there and
hold
they
on.
feel like they.
You
get
don't
the
think that the rich bourgeoisie black people look down on us? The people that could afford to live next door to this studio?
Of course.
All right, that's not companies. That's the money.
What I'm saying is this, bro. You think that the people that hire these people in these positions don't know to not try chief? They know who to ask. They know who to come to talk to tell them or have these conversations with them on how to treat X, Y, and Z people, bro. Because if they didn't, there wouldn't be one at every job.
If Choice is white and he late, and you black and you late, I treat y'all the same. Leadership position,
And that's why they're not gonna try you. They're gonna try the other manager, you feel me? That's not as strong-minded. And he gonna do all that shit.
No, he do make a point.
It's always one at the
because
job.
One of my cousins.
Why is it always one?
Always that one at the job.
Why is it always one, bro?
Tell him like, yo,
how?
Hold on. This is important.
So my cousins was telling me like, in certain instances, like
your cousin works security.
He used to work security back in the day, so he was telling me like the owner, I forgot where he works, one of the stores at that town, used to basically like when black people come in, like, yo, watch them, but like anybody else was like, but he felt the type of way about it. And he said something like, yo, bro,
can you imagine?
He like, bro, I'm not doing that. He
so
like,
imagine
bro.
cops.
So, but he wasn't doing it. But when he wasn't doing it, it made his job hard. And that's the thing with cops. No, I get it.
Cops.
I understand that. But my thing is this.
Hey, yo, you see
my
the
thing
store
is
in the
this.
corner? Let's spin the block real quick and see if they do that.
You're absolutely right. That's why cops don't do that. But my thing is
Let's
this.
take their picture and put them in a gang book.
There's other jobs out there.
Oh,
You
that
don't have
happens.
to be a cop.
That happens.
You choose
if
to
you
still
in the wrong.
You know how many niggas I know that came home is not in no gang.
Hold on.
And they're like, yo, why am I in the gang book? Why am I Crip or Blood in the gang book?
Point, though.
Go ahead.
How I finish my point of it, like with the security? But see, once
Your cousin works security.
He used but
his boss told him watch black people. How does that make you feel?
You talking about Doughboy?
Yeah. So once he stood up to it, then he started making his job harder, and then eventually he left it, whatever. And like your Hot Rod's point with the cops, that's why black cops. That's why black cops don't stand up for nothing because they know they would be outlawed against.
Speaking of cops,
hold on.
Trap sent me an article in our group chat about a female cop, right?
For 15 years.
Yeah, can you talk about that?
Being sodomized and raped and sold drugs on the force for 15 years, bro.
Spanish
and it's like,
lady?
Yeah, you seen it in the group. Like,
so what did can you give us more like context to that article?
Wild.
So we was in the group chat and Trap was like, look at this. This is a police officer, a woman. And she had bruises on her arm. And when I read the article, it said that she was being sodomized and sexually assaulted.
Oh no, that was I saw that.
What the fuck?
You want to hear something? The Dominican
By
lady,
cops.
Dominican lady.
She was on the force.
The crazy part about it is, it was black people.
It was.
Oh shit.
Cause I saw the names. I read the article. It was other Spanish people. That's tricky. You know why it's tricky? They called her the Dominican slut, I believe. That's wild.
Yo.
It was other Spanish people.
Women in uniform are like the most
So we gotta
people
protect
ever,
our
bro.
women, dog.
Like women in the army.
We got a long list of shit to do before we get there, bro.
Like, that shit
I
is
hate to say
crazy,
it.
bro. That shit is crazy, bro.
Damn.
I hate
But
to
Hot
say
Rod
it.
sent me that. I'm like, wait, she's a cop.
Yeah. And my
It's a
thing
lot of
is-
shit that could have
my
happened,
thing
bro.
is, so
Maybe
no
she
other
maybe
cops
she
and
was
no
with
other
it.
Cops said nothing. Like that's what I be saying. Like when we be on our after police, it's always a few of them. Like, oh, you can't say that. Like, bro, if you not saying nothing against it, then you are a part of it. Point blank. Period. None of y'all is going there reporting this shit. Y'all on code. Y'all choosing y'all
Black
job
people need to
over
be on
everything.
code. We need
They
to be on
choose-
code.
Yo, shout out to Trey Dub.
We need to be on
I
code.
posted something about Kobe and stuff like that. And Trey Dub and Mr. Diesel, those are like our top two. Like, you know, they follow all of us. They support us. Salute. Trey Dub was like, yo, we ain't on code.
We not.
We ain't been on code in forever.
We ain't been on code.
We ain't been on code
Like,
in forever.
that young 6-year-old shouldn't have been shot. Like, it's Detroit.
Like,
It's Detroit, right? So when Trap goes, we ain't on code now with this situation.
We
it's
pussy,
like,
son.
We
pussy.
We only
When it
gangster
comes
with
to
each
other
other.
people, we
I said
butt.
that in the beginning. We only.
I don't even be gangster with each other.
Yeah, I'm not gangster with you. I look at all my black.
Yo, we
people,
only gangster
we
with each
fam-
other.
Yo, exactly.
When it's somebody else that's
Yeah.
an op to another black person, we oftentimes encourage like, yeah, well,
Yo,
yeah,
I like this
yeah,
episode.
Yeah, run
We
down
teaching.
on them.
We teaching.
Like that shit is whack, bro. Like
we back on this real
like
shit.
the conversation should never be, oh, we need to finish the job as far as running down or
you know what it is?
violence.
We gotta have these uncomfortable conversations, and we gotta have a point where we have to have self-reflection and growth. That's the only real thing. The tough conversations, yes, you're gonna go, but it's important to feel the emotions, feel the anger, feel the sadness, whatever
ahead,
it is.
Trap.
Just don't
Go
let
ahead.
it. Just don't let it consume you.
Listen, we are programmed to not feel, bro.
That's another problem.
We're
It's okay
programmed
to
to not
feel, bro.
feel. It's
You
always
gotta
like
cry. If it's okay to cry, bro, crying helps, bro. You gotta let that shit
yeah,
out,
nah,
bro.
of course.
Being sad, you could be sad. Just don't let it consume you, bro.
Perfect.
Now, I hate those. I don't want to say I hate, but
Perfect
those overly,
segue.
those overly positive people all the time. I just feel like it's not realistic, bro. Like it's okay to be sad, angry, hurt. that's a part of life, bro.
gotta
like
go through that.
niggas be trying to be overly positive.
And we also
bro,
have to be taught. We also have to be taught how to handle those.
Yo, with that being said, yo, that's the perfect segue. That's the perfect segue. It's your segment, sir. I'll let you introduce it. The OD segment. This segment is brought to you by King of the Sea, located at 1102 Bedford Avenue, Brooklyn, New York. You already know the vibes. The best seafood in the city. When it's date night with the wife, we going to King of the Sea. When I'm out with the crew, actually, we going there right now after this episode. We going to King of the Sea. Once again, 1102 Bedford Avenue. Pull up.
Okay. Yeah.
So for those who don't know, the OD segment stands for you ODing where we come from. If somebody says, yo, that's OD, that means, yo, you ODing or yo, whatever. Overdoing it.
Yeah.
Here, it's called the open discussion segment, right? So on the last couple of episodes, you know, we got spicy and shit like that. But this OD segment is going to fit the theme of this episode because this is the Juneteenth episode, right? And Trap, yeah, I was about to call you Hot Rod because his fucking Well-Made Choice drinks got me lit.
Got me spicy.
Salute to Well-Made Choice, right?
Respectfully.
So I'm going to read something, right? And I want everybody's point of view on this, right? So it was an article. I screenshotted this article, the statistics, right? Because men lie, women lie, numbers don't.
Sometimes numbers
numbers
man.
do lie. How to lie with statistics
Nah,
is a good
them
book.
shits
That-
no, wait. It's not
What
that
it is
numbers don't lie.
It's what it is.
It's not that
How
numbers
to use
lie.
statistics
It's just
to-
sometimes paint the wrong picture.
And
That shit
only
be-
that,
numbers can be
do lie, and they
manipulated.
manipulated to fit a certain agenda.
Yes.
Okay,
It's
so-
a good book
so
called
we
How
go-
to Lie with Statistics.
How to lie with statistics. So
Yeah.
maybe
fact that
numbers
there's
do
a
lie.
book. The fact that there's
maybe
a
I was
book.
wrong.
There's a whole course in college that
That's
teach you
wild,
that.
freaky.
About how
Maybe
you can
I
use it
was
to fit
wrong,
agenda.
right? But for this open discussion segment, I really want to get insight from all of my co-hosts about this because this is a terminology that I feel like it's detrimental to black men.
It is.
Because
to the black
it's-
community.
To the black
period.
community, but specifically black men, right? And this is important. You know what I mean? As for black men, we won't have a woman's perspective, but I want the women in the comments to teach us. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna read this to you guys, and then I'm gonna take a page out of Hot Rod book. Hot Rod got me with this,
What happened?
where like I start with someone,
Oh yeah,
and then end with someone.
A little
Hot
more
Rod brings structure. I like
yeah,
that.
you gotta have structure.
So the
man.
article read, right? The heading of the article is toxic masculinity. Then it says 43% of boys are raised by single mothers. Salute to the single moms out there, right? 78% teachers are female. So close to 50% of boys have 100% feminine influence at home
And in school.
and 80% feminine influence at school.
That's true.
Toxic masculinity isn't the problem. The problem is lack of masculinity.
That's the problem.
Okay.
Because when you lack masculinity and you can't control your emotions and whatever, so when you get into certain situations, you handle it a certain way. So your first reaction might be to go violent or, certain things like that.
Trap. Hold up. Don't forget your train of thought. Father's Day is Sunday. Keep that in mind. Tomorrow's Juneteenth.
Yeah.
Father's Day is this Sunday. So I'm gonna read this again, and Trap, please do not forget.
I'm not.
43% of boys are raised by single mothers. 43%. Father's Day is Sunday. Dads, stay around. Whether you together, whether she makes it hard for you to, whatever. Be a man. Because you was a man when you laid down.
Don't do that.
Hold
Don't blame
on.
the niggas, man. Don't blame the guys, bro.
Oh, man.
Cause
That's-
sometimes,
I can't let you do that. I can't let you do that.
It's situational.
Wait,
bro.
I can't let you do that.
Wait.
Don't just blame the guys.
I'm
son.
not.
You be
I'm
on
not.
the woman's side all the time, bro.
I'm a mama's boy.
That's
So
that
what?
So am I.
So what?
So am I.
So what,
That's
nigga?
that bullshit.
Hold up.
You on that
Hold up.
bullshit,
I'm not
boy.
done though. You gotta let me finish.
Go ahead.
Father's Day is Sunday. Because let's not act like there's not fathers that are happy to be absent. Let's not act like that.
Yeah.
Right? But let me finish. 43% of boys are raised by single mothers. That's 78% teachers. Shout out to Miss Jen. Right? So close to 50% of our young black boys have feminine influence at home and 80% at school. Go ahead, Trap.
That's true. The lack of masculinity is the problem. Like, I was reading something, and over there in Asia and China, they got a program where they basically they separating the young boys from the girls to make them be more masculine.
Where's this happening?
In China, in Asia, somewhere. So
Okay.
they basically specializing in bringing their young boys because it's happening around the world. They understand like there's a feminization.
Is that called toxic masculinity in Asia?
No.
Okay, keep going.
So because they recognize like there's an agenda to feminize men, but especially more black men. So they recognize it. So to combat that, they like, yo, we're gonna make our boys strong. They're gonna have training and do all of that. And I kind of like that idea because that's what boys need, and we need to be stronger and build more stronger men to be better for the women growing up. But if all the men are feminine and moody, even Shahrazad Ali said the same thing in her book. She like when you raise them by themselves, they grow up to be moody and unstable, just like the women, and then you raising them basically to be men that you don't even want. So that's the problem. But like Troy said, it's also situational about these about these hoes. I mean, about being single, about being single parented. Like you said, it's all like you were saying. It's all situation. You can't necessarily blame the dad, but it is easier for the dad to step away when it does happen. But
it's easy to blame the dad.
It's easy to blame the dad, but it's also easier for the guy to step away too because you could just leave.
We're not even gonna act like women don't be stepping away too.
Yeah, I'm not saying that they don't.
It's rare. It happens. It's not rare.
It's
not rare.
But also,
it's not rare.
It's
not rare.
Now you gonna get it's just not publicized. But
okay, cool. Hold up. Let Trap finish.
Also, what I'm also trying to say that goes with Dr. Francis says when adults play around with sex, this leads to the results so now the kids gotta suffer, and that's why I said in the beginning, black children are the most unprotected in the community because adults play around with sex. Like you, especially if you went through a single parent household and whatever growing up, why would you put yourself in a position to have the same thing for your
I have an answer for that.
It just doesn't make sense.
I have an answer for
because
that.
People
Niggas
play
don't use
around
condoms.
that, and people play around with sex.
Not
too much
only that,
and
Niggas just having kids with anybody.
I'm gonna go deeper than that.
Go ahead.
Because that's what they're used to seeing.
That's true.
If you grew up in a single
cycle.
household,
It's just like jail.
you have one perspective.
It's a cycle.
You have one perspective.
You know, I didn't think about it like that.
You know what they call
why?
that? You know what they call that? A generational curse.
bombs.
You know why?
It's a cycle, bro.
It's called generational curses.
I didn't think about it like that because most people, when they live like that, they always say to themselves, "Oh, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be like that."
I don't want to
But
be
then
like
they
that. But
wind up doing that.
But in what world,
not
right?
all of them, but most places.
Mhm.
So I didn't think about it like
Do
that.
that's dope. But do you think, right? In what world, like a 2-parent household is not just for boys not being feminine, but you don't think a baby girl needs daddy?
Of course, it's for everybody.
It's the companionship with the parents. Like you need to have, bro. Like
go ahead.
I can't stress
Teach.
this shit enough, bro.
Nah, son.
Like no,
I don't like
hold
that,
on,
bro.
hold on.
Because that means it could be 2 men, 2
No,
women.
exactly. But
No, it can't.
Listen, hear me out.
Man, woman, and child.
Hear me out. I have to accommodate those that like same sexes.
No, you don't.
Yes,
you
I
really
do.
don't.
Yes, I do.
You choose to.
Hear me out, bro.
Let him finish.
You
Let him
choose
finish.
to.
No, hear me out.
You don't
Let him
have
finish.
to.
Yes, I do. And
Do
I'm
you
gonna
agree
tell you why.
with it? Do you agree with that lifestyle?
I agree with companionship.
No.
I
Do you
with a
agree
2-parent household?
with Adam and Steve?
I can't say yes or no.
That's not his.
because that's not my point.
That's
I'm
not
trying to
his
make.
lifestyle.
And I'm gonna tell you why. I've seen.
You can say
that's not his lifestyle.
whether you agree with it or not. I have
Bro,
friends who have that lifestyle.
yeah,
that doesn't mean
that's
I
not his
agree with
business.
it.
I can't.
How
speak
is that
on
not his business?
It's not.
I can't speak
Why
on that.
not?
Because who you fuck is your business.
That's
not mine.
true. But what we talking about it, right? If we're gonna go there,
no.
listen. If we're gonna go there, let's go there.
Wait,
No.
he was talking about
If we're gonna go there, let's go everywhere.
No, I'm talking about.
You
I'm
basically-
talking about.
links.
I'm talking about
You basically
children being raised by
so you don't
parents.
care if it's two.
But I don't like
You don't care if it's
companionship.
No, this ain't.
When you
This
say
ain't.
companionship,
Listen, companionship
Hold on.
is
Just-
who you decide
That's
to
a
be with.
scapegoat.
Yeah.
Nah, it's
No,
not,
listen,
bro.
listen,
kids
bro,
need
listen.
a man,
No.
masculine and feminine energy.
Listen,
That's
when
the
it's
Holy
your turn,
Trinity.
no,
when
Man,
it's
women,
your
and
turn-
child. You heard?
Hold up. When it's your
I got you.
I
Just let
agree
me.
with
when it's your
I'm
turn,
done.
I got you. Just let
when
me
it's
speak.
your turn,
Because
Trace.
go ahead, go
look,
crazy.
Because
I'm done.
in my life,
Go ahead.
in my lifetime, I've seen gay couples raise children.
Yeah,
How them kids came out?
They came out to be successful people. Like
they were straight?
straight, yeah. Like
You know what I mean? Like heterosexual?
yeah, straight. Like I've seen two women raise heterosexual children. It happens. It happens.
Boys,
my whole thing, boys and girls, bro. I've seen it happen. I also seen,
Bro, it's every day.
And I'm gonna tell you,
that's why we gotta be careful.
And I've also seen,
Nah.
no, hear me out. I've also seen, especially, and this is a specific situation where I've seen two gay women raise twin boys, but those twin boys joined programs. I think one is specifically called Boys to Men, where that program teaches the male perspective or how to be not how to be a man, but
you can't tell me they ain't have feminine traits.
I can't speak on that.
I have feminine traits.
We all have feminine traits.
But they have
straight.
But they had way more feminine traits than
Like
you.
I'm emotional.
I can't speak
Is being
on that.
emotional a feminine trait?
No.
It's labeled as a feminine trait.
But women will use it against you when
It's labeled
when it's convenient.
when it's
Because
convenient.
I'm extreme. I wear my heart on my sleeve.
I don't think it's a feminine trait.
Because 1 minute they'd be like, "Oh, I like a guy that got an emotion," but then as soon as you express too much emotion, "Oh, you a bitch."
Yeah.
Okay.
So they
But
recognize. So they
confused.
We gotta
They
be
confused.
extremely
That's
careful.
why I don't listen.
Bro.
To
They don't
what
really
women
know what
say.
they
That's why I
want.
don't listen to what women
You have
say.
to be extremely careful.
I don't want to make
because,
this
yo,
about like who you choose to be
because
with.
at the end of the day,
I don't have all I'm saying is I don't agree with the lifestyle. Do I have gay friends? Do I know gay people? Yes.
But
Do I
it's not
agree with
your
their
lifestyle.
But I can say if I agree with it or not. The fuck? Why y'all trying to shut me up about the shit? I don't agree with it.
Yo,
I agree with man, woman, and child. Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Do you disagree with it?
Hold
as
on,
far
finish
as the
your point.
Because
I'm gonna let him talk. Finish your point.
Do you disagree
I don't
as
agree
far
with the
as point
lifestyle. I respect you. I could disagree with you and respect you. Just keep
What
it
he's
over there.
saying-
Nah,
So
but
you-
I'm talking about as far as raising children. Like just solely on
My
gay
opinion
couples
with that,
raising children.
I don't think it's the right way to raise children. They might think it's the right way to raise children.
But how
and
is
that's
that-
okay. To me, I don't feel like it's the right way
I
to raise
respect
children.
that. That's his opinion.
To them,
That's your
they
opinion.
might feel like it's the right way to raise children. I can still respect you as long as you respect me, but I don't have to agree with your lifestyle.
Now,
I don't have to.
he's
now,
right.
I don't have to keep my mouth shut.
Now,
I don't have to.
Now, here's
Now,
my
you
point.
right.
Here's my point. I'm not specifically talking about what happens in the bedroom as far as the couples. I'm talking about as far as
Raising children.
the perspective that you put
I get
on
what he's
your
saying.
child.
My
Hot Rod
answer
saying
is the
he-
same.
What's hot rod?
Hot
One
Rod
perspective
basically,
is the
he
same.
don't think two gay people with a lesbian people should be raising children.
Should be raising children.
Wait, nah, that's
The
not what he's
same
saying.
sex.
That is what I'm saying.
That is what you're saying.
Oh, yeah?
I don't think so.
He don't think the same.
I don't think
He
so.
don't think
Whether they-
same-sex
they
couples
can
should
do
be
it.
raising
All right,
children.
Joyce, can I let him go?
Go ahead.
Why?
Because you need two different energies. You need a masculine energy. A dad is gonna
But
teach.
that's what gay
let me
people
finish.
are, because you can have masculine and a feminine energy
Let me finish.
from the same sex.
It's not natural though. See, that's a whole. Listen, you need.
Go. It's your turn. Go ahead.
In my opinion,
Yeah.
you need only a man can teach a man how to be a man. Only
I agree.
You feel me?
yeah.
I agree.
And then the
Yes.
other stuff, you said it yourself. Your dad taught you how to be a man.
I don't
and your
strong-
mom
I don't
taught you how to
strongly
be
agree.
how to
My
be
mother taught me how to love.
how to love.
My
You
Dad
feel
taught
me?
me how to be a man. My mother
How
taught
the
me how
fuck
to love.
is two guys gonna teach you that?
Okay.
How the fuck is two women gonna teach you that?
Well, are we talking?
Is it possible? Maybe.
Yeah,
but in my
okay.
opinion, it's not
just
my
don't see it,
preference.
and you just don't see
I don't
it.
just
I
see
get
it.
you.
You feel me? But I should be able to say that and not be slandered in the comments. I should be able to have that opinion.
That's your opinion.
Yeah,
That's your opinion.
I
I
should be
respect
able
that.
to. I should be able to say that and feel that way openly and not have a problem. I'm a super heterosexual. So if you come for me,
That's
Super
Hot Rod.
if I'm coming,
saying on
if
the
you come for me, you have a
By
problem.
the way, that's Hot Rod.
I'm a-
Heavy.
I got my
That's
own
Hot Rod.
game.
Caviar.
Super
But I
heterosexual,
understand.
baby.
Hot
I got my
rod.
own game.
But this is
Super heterosexual.
okay.
Super
I like when you say
heterosexual.
that.
You
So,
can't tell me
Hot Rod show
nothing.
on
I made my
Sundays.
own shit.
I
up.
ride show on Sundays, but you're not against two men being together or two women being together.
It don't even matter. I
You don't think that?
I don't think that should happen, but I can't stop it.
Yeah.
I don't agree
his
with
opinion.
it. I don't
Yeah,
agree with it.
basically,
But
so
But I
back
can't
to
stop it.
but back to the toxic masculinity
Okay.
conversation, right?
It's the lack of masculinity.
So do you
That's it.
think that like
It's not a real thing? People was just using
not.
that to gaslight niggas and to get them to do shit
okay?
when they mad about something.
It's a form of
You know,
manipulation.
I will
So can
say
I ask
women
you something?
are the queens
Go
of
ahead.
manipulation.
Masters.
All right, look, let me. Okay, all right, cool. We almost at the finish line,
Like 14 of them.
right?
things.
Yeah. We almost at the finish line, right? So like, I'm happy Hot Rod brought up this because I said it on one of the episodes. I was like, my father, I'm a man because of my dad, right? I'm a man because of my dad, but I'm a lover because of my mom, right?
Because they both bring balance to you, and that's important. The men,
The yin and the yang.
See what your dad taught you. Like men bring that. He taught you how to be a man, and they understand
leadership.
Like,
my father brought leadership.
Exactly.
My mother brought empathy.
Exactly.
Real quick disclaimer: male perspectives, not male perspective. Male presence in your life is important.
Okay.
A male presence, whether it's a father, a uncle, a male cousin,
It's
an OG.
So how the fuck you gonna get that with two women?
But like I said, male presence. You can have two women raising you in a household.
Who you spending more time with?
Teachers. You can have
Who you
male
spending more
cousins.
time
There's
with?
not
You can
many
have-
male teachers.
That's-
I ain't have that
but
many male
no,
teachers.
but that's
growing
why I
up.
said,
And that's something we
that's
missed
why I
out
said-
on.
You got a big
That's-
family.
Hold on.
That's why I said
You got a lot of males.
Hold on, hold on,
Remember I
though.
told you.
It's different.
Hold
I told
on,
you the
though.
twin boys that was raised by the two girls, they went to
Two
programs
women.
like
Yeah.
Boys to Men that taught them the male perspective on certain things. So it's like
Yeah,
you could be
yeah.
raised by
That's
two women
different.
in a
They
crib.
had to go. They had to
But
go
you-
outside of the household. to
But they
see
got
that.
it.
But listen,
No matter the
also
source,
takes a
they
village,
got it.
but it takes a village to raise a child. That's the biggest thing. A village can consist of your parents along with the other parental people in that community.
Shit, on my block, I had
know what I'm
100
saying?
parents.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
The
yo, I
gang
had,
members was
I had
my
moms.
parents.
I had 20 moms and 20 dads outside when I
But
went
hold
out.
on,
It was
though.
a village,
hold on.
bro.
But not 20 moms or
before
20
we
dads.
continue, though, right? About the-
balance.
About
Yeah.
this, but and the gang members was like dads.
Hold on, can I
Yeah.
talk about toxic masculinity?
Yeah, yeah.
I'll be real quick with it.
Yeah,
Go
yeah.
ahead. So I got the definition that's pulled up here, right? In the social, I could read. In the social sciences, toxic masculinity refers to traditional cultural masculine norms that can be harmful to men, women, and society overall. This concept of toxic masculinity does not condemn men or male attributes, but rather emphasizes the harmful effects of conformity to certain traditional masculine ideal. So with that being said, right, what the fuck does that even mean?
That means like a woman should cook. That's toxic masculinity.
Yeah.
Because the social conform is that
Yes.
only women cook.
You see how they use that?
No, but I agree with that,
makes
though.
a
I don't
lot of
agree with-
sense,
I don't-
bro.
I don't agree
cook
with that.
makes
Well,
sense,
I
bro.
cook a dish.
I
Let
don't
me not say
agree with
roles.
that.
Let me not say
They're
I
basically
cook.
emphasizing gender roles and how
Gender role,
it's
yeah.
basically like, oh,
Gender
the man's
roles are
supposed to do
important,
this.
though.
There's
a woman's
nothing
supposed to do
wrong with
that.
gender roles,
Gender
though.
roles are
It's
important,
nothing-
Because
and
what's
they
gonna
exist for a
happen now is you
reason.
gonna have that argument with your girl, nigga. You
What
gonna have that
argument?
argument with your girl now.
Of course,
What
bruh.
argument?
I cook.
That argument right there.
What,
Like, oh,
that
I don't
she
have to
should
cook.
cook?
I don't have to cook.
But I like
That's-
cleaning and cooking.
Hear me out,
That's
though.
not a woman's job.
Maybe
not a woman's job at all.
maybe you won't have that argument, but somebody's gonna have that argument, and her scapegoat is gonna be toxic
Okay,
masculinity.
What
I
I'm saying
see.
is it's not
That's
that it's
bullshit.
their job, but what I'm saying
Since
is
when is it
women are
bad
more
for you to cook for
nurturing.
your man?
What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
Women are natural nurturers.
Naturally.
So
That's
you're
a fact.
supposed to. So what's wrong with
Since
that?
when is that bad?
Nothing
When
wrong
is
with
that bad?
Since
It's
when?
It's nothing wrong for a woman to say, you know, I'm a cook, I'm a clean.
So when you
If that's
put
what
out-
she wants to
when
do,
you-
but it's like
here's my thing. I'm not dependent on it because I could do that myself.
exactly.
So
we-
my thing
we-
is, so at
we
the end of the day,
as
so then
men-
what are you here
Yeah,
for?
we
then?
as men
If you
have
don't
to
even want
learn
to
to
do
be
something like that, and I got to
self-sufficient.
do everything anyway, so then
Self-sufficient.
what are you here for then?
Self-sufficiency.
Just to fuck me?
So when you put that
So you
word,
here-
when you
so
put
you
that
here just to
word
fuck
in,
me?
Yo, matter of fact,
So you
yo,
just
self-sufficiency,
cups
So
up.
you here just to fuck me then?
let's-
You don't want to
let's-
cook.
Listen, it's
You
self-sufficiency.
don't want to clean.
Yo,
I
let's
can do it
retire.
myself.
Let's retire
So
that word.
you can't even clean.
Let's
you can't even
retire
clean
that.
chicken.
Let's retire that word.
You can't identify
No,
meat.
hold
cancel.
up. Hold
Let's
up. We
cancel
gonna
that.
retire that word toxic masculinity.
I never used it. I never used
Masculinity
it. I
is
never
not
used it.
toxic.
I never. It don't make sense.
Masculinity is important. I wouldn't be the man I am today
Word,
without my
masculinity
dad.
is important,
Right.
bro.
It's important, right?
Fuck all that.
But Trap, before we sign off,
They don't want
made a
them-
good point. He said he didn't have a lot of male teachers. So to the fellas
Yeah, I'm talking
watching,
about going to school. As
it's
far as
okay to
school.
be a teacher.
Hold on, keep in mind, Trav had a big family.
No, but I'm
No,
talking
he's talking about
going to
teachers
school,
going to school.
Oh, okay, okay.
Like,
yeah,
I
yeah.
had
My
one.
father's my teacher, but in school I had one teacher. Rest in peace, Mr. Brathwaite.
Yeah, a lot
I
of
don't know if he's still alive. I had
Yeah,
Mr.
rest in
Nelson.
peace. Everybody else was a
Mr. Nelson
female.
was my
You know
only
what's
male
crazy?
teacher. He was a black man,
Right.
and I liked him because he demanded respect in his
So
class.
fellas,
and he taught
Wow,
science.
you know what's crazy?
Damn,
Now
you
that I
right.
think about it.
yeah,
I have a lot
you
of
need
male
more male teachers.
Yo,
Right.
my favorite teachers were women, and then
It's
and
more
then-
of them.
and
'Cause
then-
it's the
and then-
majority.
And then the only male teachers I had, matter of fact, I'm gonna go deeper. The only male black teachers that
Yeah,
I
that's who he
had,
was. Mr.
I've
Nelson
never.
was a
Well,
black
Mr.
man.
B.
We're either
One.
doing, we're either
In all
was
of my
either-
years in
was either-
school,
was
bro,
either a gym
one
teacher-
male
See?
black
There
teacher.
was either a gym
I'm
teacher,
lying. Two.
or
One
they
in
were
high
doing
school.
math.
Now I had
Gym
more,
and
but if
math.
you talk about just that school, that's
Gym and
crazy.
math.
Yeah, high school.
I
we had
wish-
Mr. Myers.
I
Yo,
wish-
crazy. That was
I
it.
wish I had a black person teach me history.
Okay.
I've never had that. I've always had a white male.
They gotta follow a curriculum
anyway.
anyway.
Teach me history.
But they gotta follow curriculum.
They gotta follow
it, but it resonates different when somebody that looks like me and talks like me is teaching me about me.
But they're not teaching you about you because they can't.
Nah, but what I'm saying,
It's not part of the curriculum.
I get that, but what I'm saying is like I want to learn my black history by a black man or a black woman.
On that note, hold on.
And there's nothing wrong with me for me feeling like that.
Round of applause.
Definitely not.
Round of applause. Episode 20. This was fire.
Yeah.
This episode was fire.
Yes, it was.
Episode
This was a way
20.
to come
Yes,
back.
it was.
I
I'm
like
gonna let y'all know right
this
now,
is a way
man.
to come back.
Get ready to get canceled.
This is why?
I said some shit. I said
say
some
nothing.
I said some
Listen,
unpopular, and I ain't even cracked the. I didn't even touch the tip of the iceberg.
All that is your opinion.
I could have got way
on
worse.
this each one teach
I
one.
could have got way
listen,
worse.
Listen, if
On
niggas
this
get
each one
mad
teach
over
one
opinion, that's
on this
them.
each one teach one podcast, we respect everybody.
We respect.
We don't
everybody's
care about your
opinion.
sexuality.
Meet me in the
We
comments.
don't care about your race. We don't care about nothing, but we just don't fuck with evil people. That nigga that shot Kobe is an evil motherfucker.
Evil.
I don't care who you sleep with.
What allows
That's
him
your
to do
business.
that though, son?
Yeah, listen.
Why is he comfortable doing that?
And that's what we talk
You got to
about.
think about the thought process. I'm gonna shoot this
What
little
I
nigga.
said-
I'm gonna
what
shoot
I
this
said in
black
the
kid.
beginning.
Because I feel like I'm gonna get away with it.
And I'm
But
gonna
I
get
know-
off.
You know why they
get
do
away
that?
Go ahead, Trap.
Because
Go
what I
ahead.
said in the beginning.
Because
Black
Trayvon
people
Martin,
pussy,
they ain't wild
Black
out.
people is pussy.
It's pussy when they come to everybody else. When they
factory.
come to our own, we the gangsters.
Factory.
If that was a black neighbor that would have shot Kobe,
They would have been on his ass.
Packed up.
Right? But listen, episode 20 is in the books. Gentlemen, before we go, though, I want to just shout out this. This is Black Excellence. It's broad. You feel me? But right now, as we record, there are four black coaches in the NBA playoffs. Round of applause.
I like that.
Round of applause.
Get Doc
Four.
Rivers out of here, though.
Four.
man.
Wait.
Back him up.
Hold on.
Hold on. You can't
Niggas
say
say
that
Blowing
after
League.
that.
There are four black
I like that.
coaches
I like that.
out of
Appreciate
7
that.
in the NBA playoffs right now.
I love it.
That's big because Mark
don't get a
Jackson
lot of
can't
it.
get a job, but for some reason, Mike D'Antoni is always the number one candidate.
Can I speak on that real quick?
Real quick, go ahead.
Real
2 minutes.
quick.
2 minutes.
D'Antoni, his offense.
Nah, that's
sells-
a, nah,
Hold on,
that's a
listen,
scape. That's a scapegoat.
listen to me, real quick, because it's deeper
My
than
bad.
just
I want to hear
that.
about the D'Antoni offense. I don't want
D'Antoni's
to hear about
offense
that.
sells tickets.
Nah, that's not the point, bro.
It is the point, and I'm gonna tell you why. He'll get the job faster than somebody else because
Mark Jackson put together the Warriors Steve Kerr won a ring with.
I get that. But certain organizations ain't trying to win. They just trying to sell tickets. They trying to get their money up. So what are they gonna do? I got a superstar on my team. I want to score points because that's gonna fill up my seats.
All right. You got it. Anyone got it? Black Excellence shout out?
I definitely
That's
do.
just me.
My black excellence shout out is gonna be to Air Josie because she's the one that
Hey.
makes our. She the one
Shout
that
out to
does,
Josie.
She's the one that
Shout out
does
to
our,
Josie.
Shout out to
editing
Josie.
for our videos.
Shout out
and
to
stuff.
Josie.
So she's
Word.
the one that makes our Zoom and possibly our future episodes in studio look good, and she's the one that delivers our quality to YouTube.
Yeah,
so
Josie, what up?
Shout out to Josie
Yeah,
because over
Josie.
here at the E1T1 we employ women.
We employ women.
You know what I
We
mean?
employ black
We work-
women.
We work with women. You know what I mean? So just because you might hear us have
Cheers.
uncomfortable conversations about women is all love because we do
all
love
love.
women. But
We employ
but
women.
at the end of the day,
shout out to Miss
we
Jen.
still need to
shout
be
out
able
to Pretty Face Lynn.
unapologetically honest.
Unapologetically
So
honest.
It's just important we can still have these tough conversations and still love each other. So yes, I might say some things y'all may not like, but it's the truth. Y'all say things all the time. But we just have to have that respect for
We
each
have to
other.
normalize
So I
those
just wanted
conversations, yo.
to. So I just wanted to throw that out there. So for all y'all, be quick to
We
be
have
like,
to
oh,
normalize that
y'all
conversation.
hate women
man.
and all of this. No, it's not. That's not true.
I'm a
But I don't
married
really care,
mama's
though.
boy. I love
we,
women.
we have to normalize
Like
that.
I said, shout out to Air
Tough
Josie.
conversations
Shout
are
out to
important.
Josie, aka Air Josie. You know what I mean?
Hey.
She makes us look good on camera and all of that.
Hey.
So
I
that's
got
my
a-
black excellence. Shout
I got
out.
an interesting black excellent shout out.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
he's a basketball coach, so it's pretty cool. It's called Action TV 20. It's it's really a podcast interviewing
Action
kids.
TV 20. Salute.
Yeah. So they interview kids from around the world. They play AAU basketball from ages 7 to 17.
R.I.P. Two Step.
So yeah, RIP Two Step forever, man. Forever live.
Long live
Forever
Senyo.
Two Step for sure. So I just want to highlight him because what he's doing, and this is somebody I know personally too. I didn't get no money for this, none of that. it's like I said with the football team.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
You taking kids out of the community, they playing
Protecting them.
basketball. They learning,
Giving them
they learning,
purpose.
they learning discipline.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
discipline.
saying?
Discipline,
They
yeah.
exercising. You know what I mean?
Camaraderie.
They
Yo,
eating better.
that's important, bro.
You feel what I'm
Exercising,
saying?
eating better, like.
Yes.
You
Running
gotta get-
suicides.
Getting kids more active because a lot of
From
our kids
young, they
be
playing video
indoors, bro,
games.
on the computer playing
Not
games all
getting-
day.
not getting no
Even though
vitamin
D.
D.
We had games when we was younger, but we ain't play on them like I was like that.
Exactly.
We went outside.
Is that when my parents came home, I was outside. I was
Yeah.
What's the
hard.
gentleman's
outside.
name? What's the gentleman's
It's
name?
Action TV 20.
Action TV
So if you want to
20.
get your kids, you know what I mean, to play some basketball, the email is Mr. Michelle Mr. MRMICHEL 333@gmail.com. You know what I mean? He got the gym, he got the basketball equipment, his son plays on the team and stuff like that.
Salute, King.
So,
Salute.
You know what I mean? For y'all females talking about, or people in general talking about black dads, you know, he's killing that narrative. And he's getting kids active, man.
And happy Father's Day to the
happy
fathers.
Father's Day, man.
Happy Father's Day.
Shout
Stand
out to
tall.
you.
People stay
Stand
telling
up.
me Happy Father's Day, and I just say yeah, but I just accept it because I don't have time to be like I'm not a father. But
Yo,
when people
also,
see
yo,
me, they always be like,
Yo,
Happy
let the
Father's
record
Day.
show. Hot
That
Rod
happened to
voice.
us too, yo.
Let the record show. This will be, hopefully, God willing, the last Father's Day where I'm not a father.
Oh shit, this
Okay.
nigga.
Okay.
Pressure, the pressure's
the
on.
pressure's on.
The pressure's
Choice,
on.
go ahead, Choice.
Pressure's
Real
on.
quick,
Finish,
I
real
wanna give my boy his flowers because I feel like it hasn't been done enough. My boy Kane Green, he's a videographer. He shoots videos. His company is Kane Green Films. You know what I'm saying? He's part of the Brotherhood. I just wanted to shout him out. Real
Brotherhood
quick.
taking over.
shouts
boy.
out to
Brotherhood,
Brotherhood.
yeah, man. Listen, man.
Yeah, Brotherhood
BACG,
all
man.
day.
Brotherhood Cancun game.
Salute
man.
to the
It's-
Brotherhood.
Appreciate
We're going to
that, bro.
interview all y'all in the Kings.
Oh, let's do it. Real quick, to go back to that whole football situation, to back the whole males, presence in people's lives, like kids' lives. We have to also normalize putting kids in sports. Like getting them involved in some type of activity as far as sports. Because I think that'll teach kids discipline and structure.
And teamwork.
And
Uplifting one another when we lose a game.
And I'm out, and I will say this because it's true. Sports is mostly male dominated.
Yeah.
That has to change. But just for the sake of the argument, for those single moms that are out there or whatever,
Salute.
that are raising
Salute
children
to
on
those
your
queens.
own, how about putting your kids in sports? Because as we all know, there's a lot of male presence in that. So why not add that perspective in that child's life through sports?
On that note, shout out to Metro Podcast Studio, Ian on the ones and twos. Salute. Cups up to Ian holding it down. Gentlemen, episode 20's in the books. Great episode. We out.
We out of here.
Yeah. What up, y'all? Thanks for watching another episode of the Each One Teach One podcast. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on your notification bells. Salute. Much love.